This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. Rams football on WMIX and the Section 618 app is powered by People's National Bank. Watch most games on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel, thanks to Allstate agent Paul Shields. Mount Vernon Rams football is also presented in part by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Josh Finley Country Financial, Munkin Toyota, Bonnie Cafe, Hall Insurance Group, Walgreens Distribution Center, Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, your Mount Vernon Culvers, Tony Wilt State Farm, SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, Casa Raya, Bean Insurance, Biltmore Buildings, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon, Michael Croshan, Edward Jones, Mount Vernon Wind Supply, and DollarSavingDeals.com. We take you to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for the Landers Collision Center pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams football starts now.
Home sweet home opener for the Mount Vernon Rams tonight here at Ken Hunt Stadium. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and the WMIX Sports YouTube here on this Friday night as the 1-2 Mount Vernon Rams welcome the 1-2 Collinsville Kahoks. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside Jinx back at the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow with us providing the video angles on the YouTube channel tonight here in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth as we welcome you into our Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. Tough loss for the Mount Vernon Rams last week on the road, 56-21 the final in Marion a week ago, Hank. And for this Ram team, I know they're very much looking forward to being back in black here on their home turf at Ken Hunt Stadium.
And you often hear the term must-win game. It's used way too often, but just looking at the Mount Vernon schedule with Cahokia and Althoff on deck, a win tonight against this Kahoks squad is imperative to find a path to 5 wins.
Well, absolutely. And, of course, talking about that path to 5, one win so far, 52-51 over the Carbondale Terriers a couple of weeks ago. You come in here tonight, must win against Collinsville. Who knows what you're going to get out of the Althoff Crusaders. Not a team maybe as tough on paper as they were a year ago, but certainly a team capable of getting a win here. Well, for them, we'll be on the road next week. Granted, City, you think you would go into being a prohibitive favorite here in a few weeks beyond that, but Cahokia staring you in the face. The much-improved Centralia Orphans over a couple of years ago. Archie Guai is just another year stronger. Kenny Bratton as well, and that entire talented Centralia team that we'll see for a final time for a long time coming up near the end of the season. And, of course, Tolono Unity looms on the schedule as well, and the Rockets going to be tough to beat.
And that's a Tolono team. It's, from everything I've read, that may be the best quarterback that Mount Vernon will see all year. That would be in Week 9. That's a powerhouse team. They've played for like 6 state titles in the last 15, 20 years. So they will be a loaded team. They'll be 7-1, probably 6-2 when they come down here.
Without a doubt. Of course, we'll talk with Dan Mings coming up on this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show about last week's loss to the Marion Wildcats, and we'll talk about this week's game against Collinsville. I know it was a disappointment last week, and I know people are going to think I am insane when I say last week was probably the best Ram defensive effort we saw thus far this season. Very tough effort, of course, in that first quarter and into the second, but Callahan Roper happened to the Mount Vernon Rams a week ago. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Dan on this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show live from Ken Hunt Stadium on AM 940, 96.5 FM, the free Section 618.com mobile app, and the WMIX Sports YouTube. We'll take that break and come back. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a lost bee that found my way into your car. And now that I'm in here, good luck getting me out.
I think it's gone. Wait, no, it's in my hair.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, well, this could be quite a sticky situation. So get Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. When you're injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
Welcome back to your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show, AM 940, 96.5 FM. You're watching us live tonight as the Rams have their home opener against the Collinsville Kahoks. It's a very pleasure to make your acquaintance here on this Friday evening. Chris, Hugo back with you as we interview Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. Coach, hello.
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Well, not a lot. Just reflecting on last week's game against the Marion Wildcats, and you're going to think I'm crazy. I mean, you probably already did, and that's totally fine because I think we both know the truth there. But a 56-21 loss to the Wildcats, and what I thought, and again, this is probably where you're going to think I'm crazy, aside from Callahan Roper, I thought that was a pretty good defensive effort from your team. You're able to get some stops. That kid, just for whatever reason, whether it's the last name, whether it's coaching, whatever it may be, just has this innate ability to drop a football pretty well wherever he wants, and had some big passing plays. And I know they had some big rushing plays too, but just the big play is what it was. But otherwise, I really thought your team showed some improvement on defense.
Well, I mean, we did. We had a heck of a first quarter. I mean, and the plan going in was they were going to come out and they were going to try to throw some screens in the short game and that type of thing, and we were going to take that away. And we did. I mean, he was throwing the ball out of bounds and in the ground and everything else. And then we told our kids the next thing they're going to do is then they're going to throw a deep pass down the left side, and then they're going to come back and throw a deep pass down the right side. And if we can weather those two storms, just like we did take away the screens, if we could take away the long game, then we're going to be fine. We did not take away the long game. I mean, we didn't. And they did exactly what we thought they'd do. And then when they get up, then they're going to go to more of a power formation, and they're going to run the football on you. So, I mean, it was exactly what we thought that it was going to be and what they were going to do when we took certain things away. And when we, there were 3 points that we had to do, and we did the first one to perfection, and then we just got beat deep. I mean, we got beat deep, and he threw perfect passes that were only catchable by his kids, and kudos to him for doing that. But we knew what was happening. We had a good plan, and I think that was maybe some of the issue because we told the kids in advance what was going to happen, and then it happened, and we didn't stop it. They got their heads down a little bit, but kids are kids. They came back. They had a really great week of practice this week, and we sort of put that one behind us, and we'd play them again, I think. And I think that it would probably be a little bit closer ball game than it was on Friday. But you know what? Regroup, move on, and get ready for the next one. And that's sort of what we tried to do this week.
Well, and I'm glad to hear that because that's just the type of game that you just have to put well into your past because there's nothing that's going to change the outcome that happened. And, I know offensively we had a couple of big runs out of Caspin Hughes, Disrow, and Carmaine Hopkins late in the game, got a 94-yard touchdown. Jay Sean, they really keyed on him, and whether still be some lingering effects from the Carbondale game or not, he wasn't able to do much. And in the effort, moving on, you have Collinsville tonight, and of course these Kahoks have come in and they've had some rough ones to start. A big loss to Belleville East to open the year. They fell to Centralia week 2, 29-8, and then they rebounded with a very close 7-6 win last week against Carbondale. So it's a Collinsville team that I know last year and the year before were able to have some successes against, but it's a Collinsville team this year that looks to be maybe without seeing much film. They played a couple of good teams early, but struggling to get the football across the goal line.
Well, and they have been, but their strength is the defensive side of the ball. And that's, whether that's where their returners came from or not. They lost their quarterback to East St. Louis. They lost their best lineman to East St. Louis. And I think they lost a wide receiver to East St. Louis. So, when your kids are getting poached, it takes a little bit longer, for the other kids to, sort of step up and those types of things. But I think they're hitting their stride a little bit, to be honest with you. after losing those kids. I think, like I say, defensively, they flat get after you. So that's the issue. And people are going to see the Carbondale score and say, well, you scored 51 points against Carbondale and they only scored, 7. Well, yeah, that's true. Carbondale had the ball inside the 20-yard line 4 times and didn't kick a field goal, didn't even attempt a field goal to win the football game. So, it's something that I think our matchup is okay this week. But they're just bigger than us. Honestly, I don't know where, all of our giant kids have gone, but they're just bigger than us. And if we can weather that storm and force them to do things that they don't want to do, we're going to be competitive in this football game. Which is right now at Mount Vernon, that's the deal. Let's be competitive and let's try to win these things when we can. And right now, I think this is one that we have a chance to be competitive in. But I'm sure that they've got other ideas on it.
Well, I'm sure they do. And I mean, they're going to rely heavily on Jace Wilkinson, their quarterback. He has 387 passing yards so far. So, I mean, they have been able to get the ball up and down the field. A couple of backs, just over 100 rushing yards in the backfield, Damon Dyer and Lazarian Stewart, may not seem as intimidating since we're going into week 4, only a little over 100 yards apiece. But, they can move the football up and down the field. And as we talked about that improved defensive effort last week, really you have to think maybe – and I'm saying this, folks, Dan Mings is not saying this, but I would think maybe a prohibitive favorite if your team can come out and give that same defensive effort they gave in the first quarter at Marion all 4 quarters tonight.
Well, and that's the thing, Chris. We have got to just give a great effort at all times, and right now, we're 2 out of 3 as far as giving great efforts go. I don't know, how great of an effort it actually was last week because we got our dollars down a little bit and we didn't respond. We didn't get back up off the floor, and, that bothered me a little bit. But we did have a great week of practice and the kids are focused in. So I think, my hope is, these guys are just learning and getting better, and hopefully we put together a decent showing. That's the whole thing. It's just got to be, with all the work that you put in, not me, but the kids, you want to see that pay off for them. And they came to work again this week, and it's been a great week. Kids have short memories, and I think that's going to work out to our benefit. But there's not a reason that we can't win this football game. There's just not. The matchup's there, and it's going to be whoever wants to put forth the effort throughout 4 quarters is who's going to win this football game.
Well, and I would also have to think, we'll get into some deeper keys of the game in a moment, but I'd have to think there has to be some excitement knowing after 3 weeks on the road, 4 straight at home at Ken Hunt Stadium, and to be back in black for the first time.
Yeah, and you know what? We're back at the hunt, and we're waiting. That's sort of what we've been telling the kids all week. It's time to go hunting. We can't play passive. We can't lay back. We can't do some stuff. We got to get after people a little bit. And, being away for the first 3 weeks of this any season is so hard. It just really is. And, every other year, that's where we're at right now. 3 on the road, and the next year it's 3 at home. And that's tough as well. I'd rather have 3 at home, any day. But, just having 3 consecutive things, it just makes it really tough on the kids. So hopefully we're going to be a packed house. It's something that we're going to, bust our tails and try to come out with a victory. But it's just, and I've said this before, I find myself back in Mount Vernon, and just I don't want to get away from Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is a special place, and when everybody shows up for these kids and gets out there and yells and cheers and all that other kind of stuff, it's a pretty amazing deal. So I hope, when we turn around tonight, that we see the stands full and we see it loud, and let the kids feed off you a little bit.
Well, it is Little Rams night, Little Rams dancers and cheers, so they'll be cheering you on at least the first half. They'll do their thing at halftime. So we know we're going to have a big crowd for the first half. I know you and I are both wanting them to stick around for the second half because the performance on the field has been so good. But to get to that point, what are the keys to a Ram victory against the Kahoks tonight?
Well, again, we got to play defense. We got to play good pass defense. That's something that we have to do. We've got to pick off the pass here and there. We got to knock some balls down. We got to get to the quarterback and put him on the ground. those are the things that we have to do. And maybe that's key 1, 2, and 3. But I think that we do have to get our offense back rolling. We've had, 2 pretty good offensive output games and one that just wasn't. But, when you fall behind, you got to do some things and drop the ball. And, it just puts you behind the sticks, and there's not much that you can do. So, pass defense is a big one. I would say our pass offense would be another key. We're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. We're going to have to do some passes and do some things there. And then line play, on both sides of the ball. Defensively, we want to let the balls off the chain and let them hunt a little bit. And then offensively, we've got to secure our blocks. We've got to give Deshaun holes to run in and Casman time to throw. And, we just have to do those things. But when the ball's thrown, it's got to be caught. When the run's called, those guys up front got to take a little bit of pride in what they're doing and open up those holes.
I love it. And I, you know what? I know that if those kids execute this game plan tonight, they're going to get their second win of the year, first at home, of course, in their home opener. And hopefully next week we're talking about the 2-2 Mount Vernon Rams heading into week 5.
Well, and that's the deal. To get to what we want, is this is a game that we need to win. Be honest with you, this is a game that we need to win. And for postseason type of expectations. If not, it doesn't look very good for a postseason type situation. So, to be a good team, you got to win the ones that you're supposed to win, and maybe 1 or 2 that you're not. And right now this is one that we're supposed to win, so we might as well win it.
Amen. Dan Mings, appreciate the time as always. Go Rams.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
That was Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. You heard last week's thoughts. You heard that, a great defensive effort in that first quarter. Just need that to translate to all 4 quarters. And the Rams ready to roll here tonight. We're at home, Ken Hunt Stadium. We're in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. We'll have kickoff coming your way at the top of the hour here on AM 940 and 96.5 FM. Stay on the video stream, powered by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. We'll have more Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show to come, including your Hall Insurance Group starting lineups, as well as your Munkin Toyota keys to the game. It's all straight ahead. This is Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Landers Towing and Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem is now an OEM or original equipment manufacturer certified body shop. We have been recognized by vehicle manufacturers for meeting specific standards in repair quality, equipment, and training. This certification means that we can properly repair vehicles using approved parts and procedures, maintaining the vehicle's safety, performance, and structural integrity. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS for any collision or towing needs. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
Back here in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth for your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. Landers of Mount Vernon and Salem, now an OEM or original equipment manufacturer certified body shop. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside Ken Hunt Stadium tonight. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have kickoff. The 2-1 Mount. Ooh, I wish. The 1-2 Mount Vernon Rams and the 1-2 Collinsville Kahoks. Of course, the Kahoks come in a 7-6 win last week over the Carbondale Terriers. Tough losses for them on the season as well. They open up with a tough loss to Belleville East before losing to the Central Orphans in week 2, and narrowly escaped the Terriers, much like the Rams did the week prior last week.
And let's talk about the job Colton Rhodes has done since he took over in 2020. This was a Collinsville program bottom feeder in the Southwestern Conference for years, 2 playoff appearances since 1974. It's when the state series started, and he's made the playoffs all 4 years in 7A. including a couple wins in the postseason. So what a job he's done over there.
Oh, without a doubt. And, of course, coming in, looking at some of the talent, and I think Dan said it best in the pregame interview, where that transfer portal is alive and well in the Metro East. And if you're Collinsville, Belleville East, Belleville West, even to a degree, Edwardsville, but especially Cahokia, you're worried about losing kids to East St. Louis. And let's face it, it doesn't just happen with non-boundary institutions. Who wouldn't want to attend a Nike Elite football school, get free Nike gear, I'm assuming, and things of that nature? And it's a tough battle they fight.
They're playing their first 3 games every year across the country. I think they played Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas.
Sure.
They played a prep school out of New Jersey. And, the basketball side, they've reloaded through the portal. I think they added 6 new guys. So,
all things equal, they should have been playing the team out of Akron, Ohio last year, not the Mount Vernon Rams. But being what it is, East Side is a power for a reason, and that's just something that they have to deal with over there. And for a team that has lost talent to East Side, they're not bad at all. And you're talking about a team that can throw, they can run, albeit maybe not from what we've seen so far from most of our opponents. But the key to them is definitely defense.
Yeah, and they've been, just statistically speaking, a dink and dunk offense, and they've really struggled. I mean, the key to we'll do the game keys. Defensively, Mount Vernon's given up 47 points a game. You're not going to beat anybody. Collinsville's only scored 21 all season, so there's your game right there. And then Mount Vernon, teams are starting to load the box. They know they're going to try to run Staples and even, Hughes Disrow out of the Wildcat, but they're going to have to pass a little bit. It may be on an early down, just to change up the flow a little bit.
Are those your official Munkin Toyota keys to the game?
Defense,
there you go.
You got to get some stops.
Keys to the game presented by Munkin Toyota. Munkin Toyota of Mount Vernon's lifetime powertrain warranty covers more than some of your vehicle's important parts and includes rental car coverage when your vehicle is undergoing a covered repair. The Mount Vernon Rams taking the field right now. Our starting lineups a little bit later on will be presented by Hall Insurance Group of Mount Vernon. Don't waste your time. Let Hall Insurance do the shopping for you. Go to hallinsgroup.com. Get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. The Rams have taken the field of the WMIX Sports YouTube. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Mount Vernon Rams, and we'll have kickoff forthcoming. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Hey, everyone. It's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
At Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, there's something special for every Toyota. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. Right now, get 4.75% APR for 60 months on select 2025 Toyota models, including the Prius, Corolla Gas, Camry, RAV4 Gas, and the Grand Highlander. Whether you're looking for style, performance, or versatility, Munkin Toyota has the perfect ride waiting for you. Don't wait. These offers won't last long. Home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us today at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon or online at munkintoyotamountvernon.com.
Mark your calendars for Wednesday, September 24th, because you're having lunch at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon and saving a gravy boatload of money. $7.99 all-day buffet starts at 10:30 a.m. and runs through supper. Deliciously delectable fried chicken with all the fixins and other options that would take way longer than 30 seconds to list. Check out their Facebook page for a full menu. We'll catch you bellied up next to us at the buffet this Wednesday, September 24th at the Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport. Serving comfort, one plate at a time.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Welcome back here to Ken Hunt Stadium, here on your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside, as we'll have kickoff coming up in just a moment here from Ken Hunt Stadium. Of course, taking a look at some of the games from around the area tonight, and of course, the Central Iowa Orphans are at Granite City. Also on the Section 618 app, Nashville is playing Anna Jonesboro on the V1047 channel. I believe Hamilton County playing CZR Alvarado tonight. Also on the Section 618 app. Somehow Mater Dei and Harrisburg tangling on WEBQ, and Massac County's at Murfreesboro on WMOK, all on the Section 618 app. But maybe the biggest game tonight, other than this one on the Section 618 app, DuQuoin at Benton, a pair of 3-0 teams. First week of conference play in the River to River, Mississippi.
And it's a Benton team that's just throttled everybody. I believe they've given up 7 points all season. we'll see what this DuQuoin team's all about tonight.
Boy, we certainly will, won't we? And I know many are talking about just how good they are, just how good Benton is. Benton's only score allowed on the season is a junk time touchdown last week. And so now they roll into the river-to-river Mississippi, and many call this a conference championship already.
I would say so. Probably the winner of this game will be 9-0, and the loser will be 8-1. And I think Benton's got a quarterback's only a sophomore, so they may be set up for the next couple years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's some DuQuoin ties there as well, which makes this game all the more interesting tonight. That's just kind of a look at some of the games going on. That's Section 618.com mobile app tonight. As far as other games, we'll try to keep an eye on for your Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboards. I know East St. Louis is at Alton. Cahokia at Carbondale, of course. Cesarville-Waltonville's at Fairfield. Marion's at Alsop tonight as they're able to pick them back up as well. Things maybe not so rosy in the Metro East Conference that Alsop joined from a football perspective, so they'll play. We'll keep an eye on many scores from around Southern Illinois tonight on our Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates. We'll take a break, come back one final time on this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. We'll have kickoff from Ken Hunt. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit HallInsGroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. HallInsGroup.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
Back here at Ken Hunt Stadium, ready for kickoff. Top of the hour, WMIX Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. We're worldwide on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight, as well as a free Section618.com mobile app. I didn't see coin toss, but I do see the Mount Vernon Rams kicking off to the white clad with purple panted, probably not an apropos way to describe, but the Collinsville Kahoks will have the football first, barring any trickery from Dan Mings and the Rams to open things up. Rob will get everybody enthused here on the public address tonight, and kickoff forthcoming from Mr. Carnide. It will go into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Collinsville. Jace Wilkinson and the Collinsville Kahoks. Let's go ahead and meet the Kahawk offensive starters.
All right, it's the aforementioned Jace Wilkinson, the senior quarterback, Lazarion Stewart, running back. The receivers be Loyal Patterson, key guy, and Matt Reynolds. And Christian Bargney will be the third receiver. Tight end, Logan Odell, 6'3", 240. The linemen, Omar Miller, Gerardo Asaguera, Quincy Johnson, Justin Skorowski, and Gregory Bollinger will be the linemen.
There you go. Presented by Hall Insurance Group. Hall Insurance Group has a dedicated team of experts that work together for each client. Call 618-244-7500 or log on to hallinsgroup.com. to learn more. They'll spread things out here, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for the quarterback, Wilkinson. Single back in the backfield, flanked to his left is Lazarion Stewart here for Collinsville. And it'll be a quick pitch, stretching the field to the left side. It's going to be the wide receiver going left, and he will get past the 30, 25, near the 30. Out of bounds is about the 27-yard line by number 85, Loyal Patterson, getting a run. Here to open things up, it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Not bad.
Little trickery, because he hasn't carried the ball all year, according to my stats. So
must have somehow caught the pregame show prior to the pregame show actually airing. Who knows? Out of the gun again. They'll flip him this time. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Patterson, I believe, is still on this right side here. They'll set a man in motion. And a simple handoff coming up the gut here for the running back, the feature back, Stewart. And he will get about 6 on the play. So a couple of plays, 6 yards apiece. And the Kahoks have moved the chains already here in the early going. One of our Munkin Toyota keys of the game was defense. Peace of mind comes standard with Toyota Care. You're covered with maintenance and roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Find out more at Munkin Toyota of Mount Vernon. 20 seconds into this one, 1st and 10. Ball on the Kahawk 34 for Collinsville. They'll empty out the backfield, 2 left, trips right. Here for the quarterback, Jace Wilkinson, wearing number 2. Jersey untucked. He'll get the snap. 2-step drop looking right. It's going to be thrown over the top, however, and complete to Reynolds. On his feet at midfield, breaking tackles, getting inside the hashes to about the Mount Vernon 48-yard line. And that is going to be a gain of about 18, I believe, through the air from Wilkinson to Reynolds.
And Collinsville going hurry up. Again, they have not hit double digits offensively all year. 21 points in 3 games.
1st and 10 Kahawks from the Mount Vernon 48. Ball tucked inside that near hash as we go left to right as you look at your radio. 11-10 mark here the first quarter. Drop snap, but it's going to be a fade. Ooh, he was coming in post route looking to throw a flag fade.
Miscommunication.
Indeed, it's going to be an incomplete pass, so 1 of 2 tonight so far for Wilkinson. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 11:08 to play here in this first quarter. Well, if you're looking for a bank that truly cares, People's National Bank offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As the incomplete pass will give Collinsville a chance to huddle up and talk things over.
And Collinsville has thrown the ball, attempted quite a bit this year, 84 attempts in 3 games.
Just haven't had a lot to show for it. Do have a couple of guys over 100 receiving yards for the season. Typically that benchmark is what you want to see for a game in a passing offense, but
just no big play ability that on paper.
As it looks like a different back in the backfield here, Damon Dyer, a guy that should get plenty of carries. Here for the Kahawks, they'll go 3 to the left. Looks like they slipped. Stewart there into the left slot or near the left slot, inside of Reynolds. So 11:08 mark of the first quarter, 2nd and 10 Collinsville from the Mount Vernon 48. Rams going to try to stack the box a little bit. We'll see. And it's going to be a play action complete to Patterson. He's going to try to go left, snipped out in the backfield. I think Crowder caught up with him. It'll be near the far sideline out of bounds, and that may be all for a no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down with 10:55 left in the first, still scoreless. So it looks like it is indeed a tackle for no gain by the junior, Josh Crowder. It'll make 3rd and 10 here. 10:40 mark, first quarter. We're practically just underway from Ken Hunt Stadium on the campus of Mount Vernon Township High School. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, a little tight on that left side. Back is Dyer for the quarterback Wilkinson. Rams fans on their feet making noise with these aluminum bleachers, and we'll have a flag. There was movement from both sides. We'll see what the official verdict is going to be.
It's going to be a false start on the Kahawks. Make it 3rd and 15. And these are the situations where Mount Vernon has to get a stop here and get off the field.
This is a big key to the game so far tonight. We're still looking for our first SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown. 3rd and 15 now for the Kahawks. It'll move back beyond midfield into Collinsville territory on the 47-yard line. Far hash spot. They'll send Patterson and Reynolds off to the right side. Stewart back in the backfield for Wilkinson. Out of the gun. No score yet. 3rd and 15 from his own 47. Mount Vernon flinched, but they didn't cross. And now rolling to the right side, Stewart. Whitfield had given chase. The pass is going to be complete by Reynolds at the opposing 36-yard line. If he had control and was inbound, that is going to be about a 20-yard passing play.
That's a killer.
Big play, and I already forgot who I said the receiver was. I think it was Reynolds again. Yep. Oh, boy. 2 catches, 38 yards from Matt Reynolds. Patterson back to the right side. They will have Bargney in. Christian Bargney to the left side. I think he's been there the entire time. I've just neglected to say his name. Out of the gun now for Wilkinson. His back is Stewart again. There's a snap, 3-step drop, throws, and deflected off of the hands of Patterson. Jackson Simmons will corral the loose football on the ground. It'll drop incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So 9:56 left here in this first quarter. Still no score. Congratulations, Keaton Koch. This week's Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week. His hat trick against Mount Carmel sealed that deal. The Rams won 7-0 that day. Of course, offering insurance coverage to protect what's most important to you. Call Joshua Finley with Country Financial, 618-242-4024. Now on 2nd and 10 from the Mount Vernon 36-yard line on the near hash. Out of the gun, back is to the left. 2 left, 1 right are your receivers for the Kahoks. In motion, Stewart. Quarterback keeper sniffed out. Simmons in on the tackle, as was
Kylan Brown, I believe.
There we go. Brown and Simmons, your law firm for this one, able to come up with the tackle, the sack. It'll be 3rd and long now for the Kahoks, as that'll push them back to the 40-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play makes it 3rd and 14 with 9 and change left here in this first quarter. Play clock at 20. As we're going to have a pause in the action here. Scoreboard had some issues and just died on everybody.
First night. First home
First
game.
night at home. It's not the players, if you will. It's the game. It's the equipment, not the operators.
And no shocker, Centralia up early 7-0 at Granite City. Granite City's struggled the last couple years, to say the least.
Tony Wilt, sponsor your scoreboard updates. 15-plus years of service. Tony Wilt, State Farm, Mount Vernon. 618-242-1421 or go to TonyWilt.com to learn more. So 9:42 is the time on the clock. It's going to be 3rd and 14 from the Mount Vernon 40-yard line for the Kahoks. And for a second time tonight, the Rams will have had a 3rd down on Collinsville. The first time, it was converted on a 20-yard pass from Wilkinson to Reynolds up that right side.
See if Mount Vernon tries to get a little pressure on the quarterback. We'll see if some of the linebacker splits.
Amari Harper now in at running back. They're going to go kitchen sink here tonight against the Rams. 3rd and 14 from the 40. There's the snap. 2-step drop to pass. Rams are rushing him out of the pocket. Exodus Thomas gives chase. Finally hit as he throws, but it's going to be complete on a diving effort far side near the 20 at about the 21, 22-yard line. About an 18, 19-yard pass, and I did not see the receiver. I think it might have been Bargney. Yeah, they say number 10 in the booth, so Bargney on the catch.
That was just a prayer. Somebody's got to knock that ball down.
And that's going to be an 18-yard completion. And talk about drawing it up in the dirt. Oh, boy, another first down for Collinsville as they're moving the football here, looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score. Walgreens' new build-your-own schedule is great for anyone that would like to come out of retirement looking to supplement their income. Also great for moms with busy schedules. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer. Not equal opportunity thus far. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line here for Collinsville. Quick handoff going up the middle for Harper. He'll go off tackle inside the 20 down to about the 18. That'd be a gain of about 4, maybe 3 for the Kahoks. They've run the ball 3 times so far. They've relied on the passing game. Of course, that's very unofficial. Our halftime stats will be furnished by Bonnie Cafe of Mount Vernon and Bonnie, that OG location down there in Bonnie. So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard run, 8:36 to play in the first, no score yet. Same formation out of the gun, back this time to the right of the QB. 2 right, 1 left on your receivers. And we'll have play action. 2-step drop now, over the middle, little post route there. I didn't see the target. Might have been Loyal Patterson. That's in my purview, or not purview, but that's in the area I can't see on the field, my blind spot.
He was open. He had 2 guys open. He just overthrew his top receiver, Loyal Patterson.
Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Allstate insurance agent in Mount Vernon. Auto, home, business, life, renters, even your boat or ATV, Paul has or will get you covered. 8:22 left, first quarter, 3rd and 7 for Collinsville. The Kahoks on the move. Ball on the Mount Vernon 19, far hash spot. Patterson all the way on the 20-yard line. Insignia here on the right side. They'll stick Reynolds in motion, and it's just going to be a simple handoff play right up the gut here for Stewart. He'll get to the 15, looking for a push ahead. Maybe to the 14. Could be about a 5-yard run for Lazarian Stewart. It'll be 4th down and a couple.
I would guess the Kahoks will go for it.
I would think. I think Reynolds also kicks. No word on if he has his CDL and drives the bus. Patterson and Reynolds on the right side. Bargney on the left. Wilkins in the back with Stewart in the backfield. More so out of the pistol, looking to get the Rams to jump, and they did just that. Looks like the Rams may have just gifted the Kahoks a first down here on an encroachment penalty.
And it seems like every game I do, we talk about that being a problem for the Rams.
Well, a gift.
Again, there's been a 3rd and 17 conversion, a 3rd and 14 prayer answered, and then 4th down, an encroachment penalty.
7:40 left here in this first quarter. First and goal, I believe, from the 9. Now the snap roll to the right side, and that one's deflected, and did the Rams pick it off? I did not see how it ended up, but they did. That's picked up, and I did not see who came down with it.
It looks to be Jay-Sean Staples.
Oh, baby, number 7. What else is new? Let's watch that one again. Just a simple passing play, and it got disrupted. Looked like he hit somebody off of the edge coming around, rushing. Deflected, and Staples comes up with it. I think maybe in on the initial deflection might have been Davis. Number 36, Tylen Davis. Regardless, the Rams get a big interception. Huge turn of events, and this, we talked about the defense stepping up. To me, that's stepping up.
And that's, this year, they just haven't forced hardly any turnovers, and that'll help them tremendously. And Jay-Sean Staples, he'll stay on the field, I promise you.
7:34 left in this first quarter. We're going to look at the Mount Vernon Rams offense on the field for the first time tonight. Looks like Exodus Thomas will join Jay-Sean Staples in the backfield alongside the quarterback C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr. Thomas going to get a carry, trying to split the defensive line as he'll get to the 27 from the 23. Now he got all the way near the 30. Okay. About a 7-yard run there. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. So Exodus Thomas getting a carry.
Has he got any carries? Did he get any last week?
No, not that I can recall.
I mean, he played on defense a lot.
So out of the gun here, a gun tee offensive set for the Rams. Mass split left in the left slot. It'll be Zay Nesbitt. Now a carry. There's Jay Sean. Tried to stretch to the right side. Met by a tackler. He'll get to the 40 for a first down. Brought down at about the 43-yard line. It'd be a gain of 13 for Staples, and he was just able to slip the tackle of DeAndre Brown at first. Brown stuck with him, was able to pull him down, and probably saved a touchdown.
Brown saved a touchdown for sure. He gets by him. It's off to the races for Staples.
We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. OCSI proud to have a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care, treating thousands of patients from Southern Illinois and beyond. Far hash spot for the Rams on their first down of the night. 1st and 10 here. Same formation, minus a back as Thomas will go to the wing. Out of the gun. Ooh. There's a flag here.
It'll be a false start, more than likely. No.
Okay, Collinsville gives the Rams a gift of 5 yards on the flag.
It's encroachment.
Of course, you can bank with confidence at People's National Bank, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. With a range of services and dedicated support, they're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 1st and 5 for the Rams. Ball on the 48-yard line, nearing Collinsville territory. Out of the gun tee here for Disrow. A little run here by Jay Sean. Somehow stays in bounds and splits the defenders past the 30 to the 25, 20. He may go. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Staples. 52-yard touchdown run for Jay Sean. Gets him back on the board in a big way, and the Rams take a 6-0 lead on the SI Talent Carbon Supply touchdown.
Just 2 weeks removed from a 200-yard effort and 5 touchdowns. He's well on his way to possibly 200 again.
Oh, there's a flag, and it's against the Rams, and this one's coming off the board.
Wow.
Well, all for naught. I know I was excited.
In high school, they're mostly spot fouls, so we'll see how far this one comes back.
And judging by how far it's come back, looks like 9 yards. So it's about a yard into the play.
It gets tough on the old stat keeper.
I don't know if that gives him a 1-yard gain.
It does. I looked that up the other day.
I'm glad you did. So it'll be 1st and a lot for the Rams. They're going to go right back to the same kitchen here and dial up the same recipe. It's going to be a carry for Jay Sean. He'll go left side this time, and he will get – oh, no, I'm sorry. That was CJ. Keeping it himself, and he'll get about 5. 5:55 left first quarter, no score. Rams and Collinsville as the 52-yard run by Staples comes off the board due to the Ram holding penalty. And now Mast and Zay Nesbitt will go left side out of the gun tee here with Thomas and Staples the backs for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Clock will drop below 5:30 here on the play. 2nd and 9 now from the Ram 44-yard line. Rams are going to need a big play, and we're going to have a timeout. Play clock was getting close to 0. We'll take a Ram timeout here. It's presented by SSM Health. Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. With Hank Evans, I'm Chris Hugo on WMIX. Jinx back at the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow taking care of the video tonight here on the WMIX Sports YouTube.
It's been 2 critical penalties by Mount Vernon already. Again, the 4th down and the Collinsville drive. Mount Vernon bailed out by the turnover, but boy, that just took a 52-yard touchdown off the board with the holding penalty. And when you're struggling a little bit, you got to play clean football.
Another Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. Altop leads Marion 3-0 after a 29-yard field goal by Austin Wilkinson. That's in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 9 here for the Rams coming out of the SSM Health timeout.
Breeze Central 7, Freeburg nothing. Mater Dei 7, Harrisburg nothing. Cahokia 7-0 over Carbondale. And Nashville over Anna 14-0. Couple early scores.
More Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates for your listening pleasure here. 2nd and 9 for the Rams coming out of the timeout. Ball between the hashes on the 44. Empty backfield here for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow. He'll take a 3-step drop, and now look down the left side. Zay Nesbitt. Oh, it's in and out of his hands. He made a leaping attempt to try to get it and just couldn't come down with it. It'll be incomplete. Had the right idea.
That's one that's got to be completed. There was nothing but green grass, green turf.
Some days. I know the Rams would love to have that back. Crowder in at receiver. He'll come to the left side. Zay Nesbitt right slot. They have Nolan Mast split right. 3rd and 9 on the from the 44 with 5:21 left. We're in the first quarter. Still no score. Rams looking for that 3rd down conversion. See what they do here. Staples the back for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Rolling to the right side, C.J. looking downfield, and that's going to be at the sideline. Complete to Nolan Mast, the team's leading receiver. He'll get inside the 40 in opposing territory, down to about the 35. If so, that's a gain of 21, a connection of C.J. Hughes-Disrow to Nolan Mast.
I think Mast is going to end up being their leading receiver. He's not super fast, but he's got good hands.
He certainly does.
And runs good routes.
Appreciate the support of Bonnie Cafe. $7.99 all-day buffet special starting at 10:30 a.m. at Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport on Wednesday. Deliciously delectable fried chicken with all the fixins and other options that would take way longer than 10 seconds to list. Check out their Facebook page for a full menu. 5 to play here in the first. 1st and 10 from the Collinsville 35. Going to be handoff coming to the near side now. That did not look like Staples. Looked like we got a new ball carrier in there to the tune of
Hopkins.
Carmaine Hopkins. He got a 94-yard touchdown the other night. And
senior linebacker Logan Abernathy on the tackle. Got in the backfield.
Looks like we lost 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13 for the Rams from the Collinsville 38, 4:26 mark of this first quarter. Still no score. So now different original personnel. They're going to try to stretch the field with Jay Sean. He will get toward the outside, but gets past the hash anyway. Leans forward 35, gets down to about the 31. If so, it's about a 7-yard gain for Jay Sean, and he'll take it. Productive yardage. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go. Still no score yet in this one. They'll load up that right side out of the gun tee with 2 to the left. Mast and Nesbitt. Staples the back, and it is going to be a carry for Jay Sean. Off tackle run to the right side, and he will plow that wall forward as he'll get about 6.5 on the play, close to a first down. It'll bring up 4th down and short for the Rams.
I'd say Mount Vernon will keep the offense out there.
Looks like they're going to give him 5. Spot will come backward a little bit. 3:15 mark first quarter. Stop me if you've heard it before. No score yet. The 52-yard touchdown came off the board for Staples a moment ago due to a holding penalty. Let's see. Thomas will come off the field, as well as Roberson and Kirby, as we'll try a field goal here. And this one will be 44 yards, I think. My football math is terrible. So what do we got?
We have a false start. Mount Vernon, I'll move it back.
Oh, baby.
3rd penalty. But Carmine has a tremendous leg. I don't think this will really affect the distance.
Oh, yeah. Tremendous leg. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. And at the 39-yard line, it'll be a 49-yard field goal here for Truman Carnine. Griever will hold. Awaiting the snap with 2:40 to play on what is now 4th and 7 for the Rams. 49-yard field goal try. It's a line drive, and that one is going to miss to the left. Had the distance, had plenty of distance, but it's going to miss to the left on the line drive, and it'll be Collinsville football 1st and 10. Heck of an effort.
Plenty of leg. Just hooked it just a little bit.
Touchback, isn't it, in high school? On a miss? Or do they start where it was kicked? Or a line of scrimmage?
Put me on the spot there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going by what I'm hearing in the coach's booth next to us, so I trust them. Rules change all the time. Rules vary by level.
Especially high school to college in football is drastically different.
Dan Mings on the field trying to plead his case of why they should be starting at the 20-yard line or wondering what's happening. I'm not sure if that's McCoy or Bill reminding Dan about the rule from up here in the booth, but if one of them tells me it's Easter, I'm looking for eggs.
Yeah.
I have no reason not to trust either one of them. So 2:35 left here in this first quarter. No score from Ken Hunt Stadium. It'll be Collinsville football. That's the only certainty here.
Both teams have drove right down the field, and both teams shot themselves in the foot with costly penalties. And Collinsville with a big turnover. It's a long discussion. It's either it's a touchback or it's not. It shouldn't.
It is what it is. Can't be what it's not. Yeah. Appreciate the support of Mount Vernon Wind Supply, your local source for plumbing wholesale supplies, plus a full bath and kitchen design center to bring your dream space to life. Serving Southern Illinois with quality products, expert advice, and friendly service.
And it's indeed going to be a touchback. Good on the Mount Vernon coaching staff for politely reminding the officials of that. It's definitely different than the NFL and college.
Absolutely. Oh, 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Kahoks here. And Jace Wilkinson will get another crack at it here with a single back, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, out of the gun. Patterson on the right side, Reynolds left slot. And Bargney on the right side here. Looks like that could be Stewart in the backfield, flanking the quarterback to the left. Quick handoff, going to come to the near side, and nope, this is actually the other Dyer. As he went for the 20, trying to stretch right, got to about the 24 for a 4-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 here for Collinsville. Damon Dyer, number 24, on the carry. And that'll bring us to the 2:18 mark of this first quarter. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Join Casaraya before or after the game for great food, great atmosphere, great drinks, and exceptional service. Appreciate their support here.
It's Dyer's first carry of the night. He'll get the ball quite a bit more. He's the second leading rusher.
1:59 remaining here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6 scoreless ball game. The Kahoks with the football. Still in their own territory on the near hash. 2 left. And it's going to be a quick off the tight end here for Loyal Patterson. He'll be brought down at about the 25. Carried forward to the 26 with Josh Crowder on the tackle, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. Loyal Patterson from Jace Wilkinson. So I'll bring up 3rd down yet again here. Michael Croce and Edward Jones is the one you can trust with your investments. Serving Mount Vernon for almost 2 decades, Michael Croce is the one to help you invest with Edward Jones.
And that fundamental tackle right there by Crowder, that's a play that Mount Vernon's not been making the first 3 games.
Patterson and Reynolds on the right here. Bargney on the left for Collinsville. Wilkinson the back. Looks like Dyer's still in the backfield here for the Kahoks with 1:09 left in the first. Scoreless so far, 3rd and 4. Quick inside handoff, and that's going to be sniffed out by the Rams. Bring up 4th down on the gain of 1. 4th and 3. I believe Dyer, the ball carrier again. I didn't see a substitution.
And I believe that was Davius Barnes on the tackle, along with a
believe
couple
so.
other guys.
Picking up those jersey numbers. I love it.
Yeah.
I think JP might have been in on that one. Looks like the secondary did most of the damage there. 45 seconds left, first quarter. 4th and 1 for the Kahoks. You would assume that they might go for it here, although Reynolds is their punter as well, not just their place kicker. 13 on the play clock, 31 on the game clock here. Scoreless first quarter thus far. Bargney left, Reynolds right slot. They'll have Patterson split all the way right. Final play of the first quarter, more than likely. It'll be a carry, and it's going to go off tackle on their side. No, it's quarterback fake. Wilkinson stretching the field to the far side. Wow. Midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30. Keeps his footing on the sideline. Misses a tackle at the 20. Down to the 15, 10, 5. You got to be kidding me. 71-yard touchdown for the quarterback on the keeper, Jace Wilkinson.
It's a well-designed play. It caught me. I didn't.
It got me. You heard it
got
get me.
But, again, he should have been brought down at about the 30-yard line, 30, 35. It's just got to make that tackle.
Then again at the 22 as we're watching the replay on the WMIX Sports YouTube and into the far corner of the end zone for the score. Oh, now on for the PAT, the Kahoks. They get the Walgreens Distribution Center first score on the SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown. So much for that being the final play of the first quarter.
And that was a 4th down deep in their own territory. It's a huge game-changing play.
Unbelievable. On the block, the Reynolds kick. Rams won't get there off of the edge. The kick is good, and it is 7-0 with 4.9 seconds remaining.
Just some back-breaking mistakes by the Rams first quarter. Couple penalties. Mount Vernon had their own long touchdown run called back due to a holding penalty, and then on 4th down, give up a 71-yard touchdown run.
Oh. Well.
It's a killer.
It is. Of course, Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, 513 South 10th in Mount Vernon. Call 618-244-1500, sponsoring our touchdowns here on our broadcasts. 4.9 seconds remain in the first quarter, 7-0 Collinsville if you just joined us. Of course, Rams had a 52-yard touchdown by Staples called back on a hold. No holds there, just simple 71-yard run by the quarterback, Jace Wilkinson, on what I thought was going to be an off-tackle carry by Stewart. That's exactly what I thought it was, and I was like, uh-oh, he may get a first down here. And then, lo and behold, ends up a 70-yard touchdown going the opposite direction.
It should have been about a 40-yard run at best. It just got to be tackles made.
There's the kickoff. Little chip shot will go beyond the 20. Rams will let it bounce. You either got to let it get out of bounds or pick it up. And Collinsville
that was
just
close.
pushed it out of bounds. That happened at Carbondale. I just had me watching the game when that happened, and the Rams just don't seem to be aware. You have to pick up a kickoff.
It's a free ball. That rule is the same in the different levels.
So the clock never started because there was never a possession.
And Mount Vernon got fortunate that it was ruled out of bounds.
Yes. I think just trying to let it go out of bounds, but if you're going to do that,
it
block
better
everybody
get there.
from coming to get it.
It better get there. Again, at Carbondale kicker dropped one at about the 5-yard line. It stuck like a pitching wedge. And I believe his Crowder backer just never picked it up.
Yeah, because don't think they haven't seen that film.
Yeah.
They just played Carbondale last week. I mean, if you're Carbondale, what film are you going to share? You got to give them a couple of games. Oh, goodness. So the Rams will have it 1st and 10 after the penalty because it's an illegal procedure once it goes out of bounds. It's from the 35, and they narrowly escaped disaster. Mast on the left side. Looks like Thomas will be a wingback right. Staples the back for the quarterback, Hughes Disrow here. 35-yard line, the spot, 1st and 10. Nope, that's Carmaine Hopkins. My apologies. And an off-tackle run up that far hash might have gotten him too. It'll be 2nd and 8 when we come back. We've reached the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's Collinsville 7, the Rams nothing. This is Mount Vernon football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
AM 940, 96.5 FM. We're live on the free Section 618.com mobile app as we enter the second quarter, also on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. As we enter the second quarter here, the Mount Vernon Rams trailing to the tune of 7-0. And the Rams on second down looking to pass up that right slide. There is pass interference there by Collinsville. Looks like that's going to go against DeAndre Brown.
And I believe the ball was underthrown, and that sometimes you get lucky on those and draw the pass interference.
It was 2nd and 8 from the 37 as they got to the actual earlier than I was able to do some things on the video stream, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Or should be, unless they're calling offensive pass interference. Oh, okay. They're just marking out the 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, I suppose. I don't know then. That's not 15 yards.
Ball started at 35.
Okay. Maybe it was an OPI or a DPI. Could be new crew. I'm not going to judge. So it was pass interference, which is a 15-yard penalty, and they are marking it accordingly now. So it'll be 1st and 10 as the Rams come across midfield down to the opposing 48. I know I would not want to be down there, so my goal is to offer a lot more grace to anybody in that position. Empty backfield now for the Ram quarterback. Hopkins in motion. It's going to be a run up the middle here for CJ as he'll get to the 45, gain of 3.
First quarter statistically dominated by Collinsville, 152 total yards to only 58 for the Mount Vernon Rams.
So they will go ahead and put Mast right, Zay in the right slot here. And it looks like Hopkins the back for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes Disrow, with 11:23 left in the first half. 7-0 Collinsville. 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Ball on the Collinsville 45-yard line between the hashes. This time it's a carry for Hopkins. He'll run left and then turn, finding the gap, getting first down yardage. That'll be a gain of 9 for Carmaine Hopkins, and he's now into positive territory here. 11-11 left in the first half.
Great second effort by Hopkins. Kept the legs moving, got an extra 3 or 4 yards after contact.
At People's National Bank, your satisfaction is their priority. That's why you need to make the switch to People's National Bank for reliable, customer-focused banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. First and 10 between the hashes. Ball is going to be on the Collinsville 36-yard line. 3 to the right side here for Mount Vernon. C.J. Hughes disrow the back. Looks like they'll go ahead and put Hopkins alongside Nesbitt there near the slot. For the quarterback keeper. Off tackle run down near the 30 to about the 31. It will end up a gain of 6 by C.J. Hughes disrow. Oh, baby. Congratulations again, Keaton Koch. This week's Josh Finley, Country Financial Ram of the Week. His hat trick against Mount Carmel led to a big win. I believe 7-0 the final score in that one. Get started planning for the future with Country Financial representative Josh Finley. Call 618-242-4024 or visit Josh Finley at countryfinancial.com. 2nd and 5 here for the Rams. Ball on the 31-yard line. 10-10 to play in the second quarter. Still 7-0 Kahoks. It's just going to be a quick snap, and trying to roll right here is CJ as he'll get inside the 25 down to the 23 maybe. Gain of 8 will be good enough for a first down. Looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. 7-0 Kahoks at the moment. Ball on the Collinsville 23, near hash. 2 to the left side here for C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr. Carmaine Hopkins the back. And now it's Hopkins going to get the carry up the middle. Finding some running room, creating himself. He's going to break to the near corner of the end zone for the touchdown. 23 yards, Carmaine Hopkins off of the bench, out of the frying pan, into the fire, gets the touchdown, and gives the Rams a 1-point deficit with the PAT pending. Let's watch that again. Just a thing of beauty as Carmaine is able to slice and dice his way through the line, then passes secondary into the end zone pretty well unscathed for a 23-yard score.
Interesting, Staples not in the game on that drive, but Hopkins took care of business.
There's the snap, hold, kick, flag. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. Give him a call if you haven't shopped for insurance in a while. While everyone else is raising their rates, Allstate lowering theirs. Call Paul 618-241-0551. 9:35 to play here in the first half. It's 7-6. SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown is our Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. As we're waiting for the tying PAT, we wait for what the penalty is. It's going to be against the Rams and push them back. Ooh. Make a little chip shot a little bit tougher on the 4-star kicker. Altoff leads Marion 10-8 as we get you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. About 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Cahokia 25-0 over Carbondale.
All right. Can't say I'm surprised. So we'll try the kick again. Add about 5 yards to it this time. And snap, hold, all the good stuff. The kick is through the uprights. We're tied at 7. So Hopkins gets the Rams on the board. Carnine does the rest to tie it up.
Good response by Mount Vernon. Almost started with that disastrous kickoff that was luckily went out of bounds into the first quarter. $65-yard drive.
The Rams will take that every time.
Took 2 minutes, 29 seconds.
Oh, goodness gracious. And it's a ball game here at Ken Hunt Stadium on the campus of Mount Vernon Township High School in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. Luckily, no far drive home this week. Right here in the King City for the next 4. Altoff next week. I feel like the Hoke after that, then Granite City, then Central. They switched it up on me a few years ago. Centralia is going to be on the road week 8. And then we'll wrap it up with the Rockets at Tolono Unity week 9 here at home.
And Centralia all over Granite City, 21-0. And Tolono Unity leading St. Joe Ogden. That's a huge game in their conference. 14-3. And they play each other conference, and then in the playoffs they usually catch each other.
That is a who's who in the Chambana area. Or Chambana, if you will. Kick into the end zone. Touch back. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Kahoks. After the S-side tile and carpet supply touchdown thanks to Carmaine Hopkins and that Ram offensive line. They made a hole, and he was able to do the rest.
And they're giving up a lot of size. You just look at the size of the Collinsville. Both sides of their lines are huge.
Coming up on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show, we'll have your Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County halftime stats. We'll get you some Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates, see what's going on around the area. I would love to catch up on the fall sports if I could. I did not get the time to put together the report I put together last week. It took me 2 hours to do. Didn't have those 2 hours this week, unfortunately.
I had to hire a score guy this year. Big Mount Vernon fan, Gooter.
Oh, baby.
Up there in Centralia. Big Mount Vernon fan. But he's the one that he gives me, Tolono Unity. He finds it.
I hear he likes to paint and discover blue mountains.
That's news to me.
1st and 10 for the Kahoks from the 20. Looking deep downfield. Could be trouble. Loyal Patterson out of his reach at about the 40-yard line in Mount Vernon territory. That'll be a loud, incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 9:29 remaining here in the first half.
Wilkinson's got a good arm. There's no doubt about that. It's just been a little long on a couple deep balls. Be 2nd and 10 for the K-Hawks.
$9:29 remaining here in this first half of football from Ken Hunt Stadium. Out of the gun, single back set to the left for the K-Hawks. 2nd and 10 from their own 20. This time a sweep to the right side, and now turning back up around the 20-yard line to get to the 22. Will be Harper on the carry.
Give him 2.
That's what I'm giving him. Should bring up 3rd and 8 here for the K-Hawks. Going back to the Southwestern Conference, this time in a smaller school division. That'll be next year. So is Granite City rejoining. They'll both go on the small side with, I believe, Triad and Mascuda, Alton, and one more. You'd think I'd remember that easily.
Did you say Granite City?
I did.
Collinsville. Mascuda, Triad.
Or 6. 3rd and 8. I would know it off the top of my head any other time. Quick pass to Reynolds up that right side. Pushed out of bounds. Shy of a first down to about the 28-yard line. Gain of 6. That's going to really upset me.
Well, it'll change by the time you...
Oh, yeah. It's not done. So that will bring up...
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 2. We'll see what the K-Hawks decide to do. They went for it in this situation in the first quarter. And that's actually when they scored a 71-yard rushing touchdown.
So just 5 on each side. Well, it leaves room for others to join in that case. I got out of it. got off the link I found. We'll look that up in greater detail because none of that sounds right. But can't believe I'd forget. We have a timeout on the field presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City.
I think Collinsville's going to go for this deep in their own territory.
All right, 4th and 2 from the 28-yard line, 8:41 to play. Come out of the timeout. I believe that time it was taken by the Rams again. Figure out what to do on 4th down. Out of the gun here to the left, one to the right. Bargney and Reynolds here on the left side. That leaves Patterson all alone on the right. One-on-one coverage from the Rams, and we will have out of the gun the quarterback trying to get the Rams to jump. It's going to be a carry by Stewart, and he will get past the line to gain and get a first down as he's passed the 30 down to about the 31, gain of 3. So another Collinsville first down. So much AI involved in writing a lot of this stuff, and none of it makes sense anymore. One division is east, west, east side, O'Fallon, and Edwardsville. The other one's Alton, Collinsville, Granite City, Mascuda, and Triad. I didn't miss anybody. There's only 5 teams in each division. Well, that leaves room for expansion.
There's still some balls in the air, I think, on all that.
Why not just go out and get a Mount Vernon to add to the small side? 8:35 left here in the first half.
There's a guy down there we can ask. He was in here.
All over the place. Higher strung than I am. That guy is moving around. So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs, 8:24 remaining here in the first half. It's on the Collinsville 36-yard line. Clap snap here for the quarterback, and he will roll to the left side looking downfield. Has a man here on the near sideline, but it'll be out of bounds. He stepped out, he became ineligible, and even if he had come back in, there was nothing he was going to be able to do. And then he will run into, Logan Odell will run into the Ram defender and give him a shoulder. That was premeditated. And there's a flag, but not near where that action happened. And this is probably going to be against the Rams. I'm just basing that on some evidence I just witnessed.
Yeah.
Yes. Not an expert. It is going to be against the Kahoks. So with 8:10 remaining here in the second quarter, 1st and 20 now from Collinsville. There was no mechanic delivered on the field from the White Hats for any of us to know what was happening.
Yeah, we're guessing right
now.
Yes.
All the action tonight, no guess here, presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. Out of the gun is Wilkinson. Single back set. Patterson in motion, going to be a reverse as he'll come to the near side. Rams swallow him up about the 25. Would have been a loss of 1, but he's able to dive ahead for a gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 18.
That looked to be number 3, Davius Barnes.
Coming up with a big stop there. Good wrap-up.
Was that Patterson?
Yes. I say Stewart, but I thought he must have been off at the end.
I think that was Patterson.
I thought so, too. I know the 8 is bunched up on his jersey, but...
That's why I'm going Patterson.
Yeah. The builds aren't similar. It was a taller and thinner young man, not shorter and stockier. And I'm not calling him fat. Stewart is very well built. 2nd and 18 from the 28 for the Kahoks. 7:08 left here in the second quarter. Rolling to the right side and dumping it off into the backfield. There you go. There's Stewart with something to say. Beyond the 30, near the 35. Spot will probably take it to the 34-yard line for a gain of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. They might go ahead and give him the 35. So a gain of 7, 3rd and 11.
Screen pass at one of Collinsville's staples of their offense.
Appreciate the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with locations in Mount Vernon, Centralia, Benton, Pinckneyville, and Nashville. We're in the OCSI broadcast booth from Ken Hunt Stadium. 3rd and 11 for the Kahoks. 6:30 mark of this second quarter, tied at 7. Collinsville, white clad with purple pants, glossy purple helmets, looking to move this football down the field. On the far hash spot, they'll roll to the left side. It's going to be a tough throw for Wilkinson. He'll make it look easy, heaving it downfield, and that is going to be contact. As soon as the ball gets there, very close to the naked eye to potentially be in DPI. They're going to let it go incomplete. That'll be 4th and 11.
I've seen a lot less called right there. I thought he got there a little early.
.6:16 left here in this second quarter, 4th and 11. As the Kahoks do not currently appear to be punting on this one, they're going to be out of the gun. Rams are in a punt return formation.
They're going to take a timeout.
I would think so, but...
Or they're going to pooch it maybe.
Yeah. Pooch punt. The Rams are just going to let it go. That'd be the wise decision here. Regroup, take a breather. Ball be on the 32-yard line where the Rams will start 1st and 10 with 6:08 left here in the second quarter. And we get a very interesting perspective because the offensive coordinator, Steve McCoy, now up in the booth. And you can hear him and Bill Drage kind of delivering instruction to the coaches on the sidelines. It gives us a very unique look that we have had in the past, but with this being the set of personnel up here, certainly get a more expert dynamic.
And I tell you what they said. They said get Mast out there to catch the punt, which he's done an excellent job of this year. So
has hands.
Yeah. I think plays center field for the baseball team. And I say when he gets hit out the center, Coach Bora knows it's going to be caught.
Pierce had a birthday this week. Happy belated birthday to Coach Bora. The all-time career runs scored leader in Mount Vernon Township High School history.
How old a gentleman would he be now?
You know, I don't remember.
I'm going to guess early
Hold
30s.
On. 33 maybe? Wait. As we'll have a run here by CJ trying to go between the hashes to the 34. Gain of about 2. I'm going to say 33, 34. He's getting up there.
Yeah, he looks like he's 25.
I could probably find out if I wasn't lazy. And I'm losing my ability to multitask as much as I'm getting older. 5:39 left here. Second quarter, it's 2nd and 8 now for the Rams. Ball on the 34-yard line on the near hash. Still in their own territory. The quarterback, Disrow, has Hopkins at back. We haven't seen Staples in quite some time, but there are 2 targets left side. Nesbitt left, Mass left. It's going to be Mass coming over the middle, and he will get first down yardage to the 45 is where he goes. That's where forward progress took him, an 11-yard gain. Nolan Mast on the grab.
Disrow, 2 of 3. Passing, 32 yards. C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., quarterback of the Rams. And, I don't know about Staples. What's injury situation? We haven't seen him for a while.
33, Pierce Bora. Happy belated birthday. Stretch play to the – nope, not going to stretch it at all. Turn right back up the middle, and this will be a loss of about 4, maybe 5 for Hopkins in the backfield. Back to the 41-yard line. From the 45 back to the 41. So it'll be 2nd and 14 here for the Rams. 4:38 left in this second quarter. I have not told you the score enough tonight. We're tied at 7, Rams and Collinsville. Marion is on top of Altough now in the second quarter, 15-10. Quick Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. Look for that red State Farm deep around town. Get to a better state with State Farm. 2nd and 13 here from their own 37. A little ball fake and a throw to the right side. Looking for Adrian Reimer off of the right tight end spot, and that will bring 3rd and 13 on the incomplete pass. I believe he's also the long snapper.
And I don't see Staples anywhere on the sideline either, so that's a concern.
Among other things.
Again, Mount Vernon lost Chris Rudolph in week 1, and he's probably out most of the year, I would assume. And Staples would be a crushing loss.
4:15 left here in the half. 3rd and 13 for the Rams. They're going to bunch up on the right side, and we'll get a Collinsville timeout presented by SSM Health. Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home in the King City. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside here on WMIX and the free Section618.com mobile app. You can watch us live on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. What a time to be alive. See what the Kahoks do here in their timeout. A little bit more. I'm interested to see what the Rams come out of here with. You got more scores rolling in over there.
Mater Dei 28, Harrisburg 7, Cahokia 32-0 over Carbondale. Centralia smoking Granite City 28-0. Nashville 49-0 over Anna Jonesboro. 2 downs to get 13 yards. Mount Vernon getting 7, 8, 9 yards and put themselves in position to.
3:38 left here in this first quarter on 4th and 7. The Rams will punt. Nope, it's going to be a fake. Wyatt Evans on the throw. It's going to be complete. Mast will get the catch for the first down at about the opposing 40-yard line, and a little bit of trickery will keep the Rams on the field. Oh, baby. Let's watch that again. Fake punt to Wyatt Evans. Finds Nolan Mast at about the 40. He'll do the rest. I believe out of bounds at the
I'm going to give about
33.
19.
I like it. 12-13, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, how many yards?
I gave 19.
That's fine.
Was it 48 to start
yes. I distracted myself when I started using jersey numbers instead of last names. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. Great play there off of the fake. Wyatt Evans to Nolan Mast. Out of the gun now, C.J. Hughes Disrow. Hopkins to his right. It's going to be a play action. He's going to have to run for his life. Rolling to the right side. Looking downfield. No mass, but it's out of his reach near the 10. On the near side, it'll fall incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10. 3:08 remaining here in this second quarter as the Rams are trying to get that second S-Side Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown of the night. Ooh, baby. You love to see it. The effort, I mean.
A little wrinkle by the Mount Vernon coaching staff.
Indeed.
That'll be a gold star in my book.
Another kid that can throw to a kid that can catch usually yields good things. .308 to play. We are in this second quarter. Gun tee set here as we're going to have a timeout, likely taken by the Rams. Yep, things looked out of sorts there. Dan calls the timeout. This timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Top of the hour, this is WMIX Mount Vernon, free service from Withers Broadcasting. Chris Hugo with Hank Evans alongside. We're in the middle of an SSM Health timeout. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Health Care Clinics. It's wellness that works with your schedule right here in the King City. So 3:08 to play. We're in the second quarter, tied at 7. Rams have a 2nd and 10 from the 33, and I think no matter what happens, the story of the first half is that fake punt.
And, yeah, Mount Vernon, they would like to just hold on to the ball the rest of the half, hopefully score, and they've got the ball start the second half. Opportunity, if you can win both sides of the half, the first 4 minutes of the second half, take control of the game.
Benton and DuQuoin tied at 7 at the half. Ooh, baby.
Big boy game there.
The river to river, Mississippi. Of course, the Ohio is going to get a new look next year when the Salem Wildcats join that current 5-team conference to make 6.
They will have some road trips.
Yes, they will. Luckily for them, it's the interstate. Unfortunately for them, it's all torn up everywhere.
You know about that, don't you?
Oh, I do. 2nd and 10 here from the 33. Ball on the far hash. Empty backfield for CJ. Looking downfield. Blind spot. That's going to be a strip fumble. He will try to pick up the loose football. Cannot. And the Kahoks recover at the 30. That's going to be recovered by Logan Abernathy, the 5'11 senior. And that was just a strip sack fumble from behind. And a good job defensively for the Kahoks. They'll come up with the football with 2:59 to play.
It's another one of those back-breaking plays. Credit to Collinsville. They had that play sniffed out.
I'm not sure if that was DeAndre Brown or Adam Frazier on the strip sack. I'm guessing DeAndre Brown.
And I thought Hughes Distro Jr. had a chance to fall on it, and it looks like he tried to pick it up.
Yes.
And it's just
pick it up, try to continue to play and get something, and it just did not work. So, out of the gun here, single back set, ball on the Collinsville 30-yard line for Wilkinson and the Kahoks. Wilkinson going to keep it himself. Not sure if that was a broken play, but he'll get back to the 30 for a no gain. Of course, he had a 71-yard touchdown carry. That's their lone score on the board.
It was on 4th down, deep in their own territory on a play that well-designed because it caught us off guard.
Boy, it did. It caught me off guard
Doesn't
anyway.
take much necessarily.
Not for me. 2:33 to play. We're in the first half here from Ken Hunt Stadium. Glad to have you aboard, wherever you may be watching and or listening to us here tonight. We can't thank you enough. As it's out of the gun from the 30-yard line near hash spot. Wilkinson takes a couple of steps back now, looking to roll. Nope, doubling back to the left side. Pressured, he'll throw. That'll be complete to Odell. Davius Barnes hanging on to him. He'll get some help on the play by another Ram defender as I try to find the number, and that is Damian Bell, number 50. So that'll be a 5-yard pass.
First catch for Logan Odell.
So we'll keep Odell as a tight end there, tight right. Reynolds on the right slot and Patterson right. Bargney will split to the left side here for the Kahoks. The back in the backfield is number 24, Dyer, as it'll be a handoff to Dyer. Got past the line of scrimmage, but the Ram defense will give a stop at about 3 yards maybe, 2. It'll be 4th and short. Ooh, that's going to be a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 4th and 2. With 1:25 left in the first half, tied at 7. Getting closer to that Huey Funeral Home halftime show.
Collinsville leaving the offense on the field.
Empty backfield, 5 receivers set. 3 right, 2 left. For the quarterback, out of the gun, Wilkinson. 13 on the play clock, and it looks like somebody jumped.
Hey, that was all Collinsville was going to do, just trying to draw Mount Vernon off sides. They were going to call timeout and punt.
So that'll be a first down now onto the Ram penalty for the Kahoks.
That was a hard count. You see at the college and NFL, they were going to punt once the play clock ran down.
One minute, 4 seconds left. 1st and 10 now as it moves the football to the 43-yard line, closer to midfield for the Kahoks. They'll bring it back. That's Dyer into the backfield for the quarterback, Wilkinson. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tight on that left side. 2-step drop, poised, looking for that route down the far sideline, and Hopkins will give chase, and I don't know that he had control in bounds. They're going to say he caught it near the 24-yard line. Oh, I didn't see that, but they did, and that's what matters, and they're going to say to the 25, so that's going to be about 32 yards. But I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew who caught it.
I think it was Stewart.
Actually, it was Patterson. And I forgot how far we said it was. 32. As we're going to have a timeout here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Collinsville with 44.9 seconds left. It'll be a timeout on the Kahoks, presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. They needed to stop that clock and do some other things, although the clock paused while the chains moved. 44.9 seconds remain here in the first half, tied at 7, but the Kahoks threatening here. 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 25 after a 32-yard pass up the right side from Chase Wilkinson to Loyal Patterson.
Going to put some time back on the clock.
That is not what the doctor ordered.
It's the 16th pass attempt by Jace Wilkinson. He stayed busy. Completed 8 of them.
They did not take yards. A timeout. My apologies. So Wilkinson out of the gun, single back here, Dyer. Looking downfield again for Patterson, and that is going to be pass interference. He had the catch. They say he came down with it in bounds for the touchdown.
Wow.
25-yard catch for the touchdown.
That'll be a penalty on Mount Vernon. Declined, obviously.
And the Kahoks will temporarily take a 6-point lead here, 13-7 on the 32-yard touchdown or 25-yard touchdown. Reynolds for the PAT. Kick up, hold down, not in that order. Kick is good. And it's 14-7, Collinsville.
And we said Mount Vernon took a timeout with about 3 minutes left. Their one goal was to score and not let Collinsville get the ball, and the disastrous turnover totally flipped this game.
It did indeed.
Yeah, we haven't seen Staples the whole second quarter. No idea what's going on there.
Glad to have those of you back on AM 940. Appreciate our Director of Engineering, Jeff A. Strike, for getting us back on there. Had some minor storm-related issues. Had some big crashing lightning coming down earlier this evening, or late afternoon. Had you on 96.5 most of the night. You're worldwide on the free Section 618 app and watching live on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. 52.7 seconds left after the Collinsville touchdown makes it 14-7 as they're just able to get that ball through the air so quickly. They'll go onside kick here. Great hands on that near side by Ethan Kirby to come up with it. Ooh, baby.
And that play right there has been a problem for Mount Vernon this year, so Great job of the hands team.
Any type of special teams wrinkle on a kickoff has definitely been problematic.
Yeah. All right, no timeouts for the Rams. To be sideline plays.
52.2 seconds remain here. 14-7 your score. Rams have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line after recovering the onside kickoff attempt. Hughes Disrow will empty out the backfield. Exodus Thomas and Carmaine Hopkins will go to the left side. Nolan Mast and Zay Nesbitt are on the right. 52.2 ticks to go on this second quarter clock after the SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown. And CJ back to pass, looking over the middle for Zay. Off his right hand, and I think he was trying to see where it was going to go. Lost a little bit of speed, falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
I feel like there's been two passes from C.J. Hughes Disrow to Nesbitt that could have been completed and could have been touchdowns.
2nd and 10 now, 47.1 seconds to play in the half. It's 14-7 Collinsville as the Rams looking to get something going here. I would assume they'll keep that backfield empty, unless they don't. Trying to switch up some personnel as Crowder is into the game as a receiver too, and they're going to try to switch up their receivers. Crowder going to come to the right side, right for Hopkins. Mast and Nesbitt on the left. C.J. Hughes Disrow out of the gun. Castman Jr. looking for something here. Ooh, a little slant play for Mast. He's going to try to stretch it back up. Gets a nice block, looking for first down yardage. The Rams are out of timeouts. It'll get to the 45-yard line in opposing territory, gain of 7. And the Rams have to hurry up. Another catch for Mast on the night. It'll bring up 3rd and about 4 with 25 seconds to go. They have got to hurry. They've got to get their personnel figured out. 16 seconds now.
I mean, they can spike the ball. They do something.
Something. 3rd and 3, 10, down to 7, back to pass. Looking downfield, it's going to be a heave. Nobody there with 3. It'll fall incomplete. 4th down with 2 seconds left. So that'll bring up 4th and 3 now for the 45-yard line.
A little frustrating, Chris. A little frustrating.
Indeed it is.
There's some.
We got to watch out for those projectiles up here.
There's some stuff I wanted to say, but I can't say on the radio. Not well executed. How about that?
That definitely was not.
Okay, you got to practice this stuff. 2-minute drills.
Yeah.
No timeouts, and I think throw one up here and maybe get a penalty.
See what happens, as they say. 8:10's the time on the clock, Hugo. The time, not on the game clock. 2 seconds left here in the second quarter. 14-7 Kahoks. 4th and 3 for the Rams. Ball will be on the Collinsville 45 on the far hash.
I mean, I think the plan was about a 10-yard out route. Get Carnine a look at a long field goal, and the plan obviously was not executed.
No. Hopkins and Crowder left. Mast and Nesbitt right. Reimer, your tight end there on the left side. It'll be an empty backfield for your quarterback, C.J. Hughes Disrow. 4th and 3 from the 45-yard line. 14-7 Collinsville. And the Rams have got to know where they're going here. 2 seconds remain. 14-7 Kahoks. There's the snap. Back to pass. Hurrying off the edge and hit as he throws is CJ. He is down on the ground, and that one's going to be tipped around off the left side. Underthrown as Logan Abernathy will come up with it. And that'll take us to halftime. At halftime, it is Collinsville 14, Rams 7. We'll come back with your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local country financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Your Mount Vernon Culver's is a great place to start a career, a first-time job, or maybe you're looking to go back to work, or just looking for a few extra bucks while getting discounts on frozen custard. Join the Blue Crew. Listen to this. Starting pay is now $16 an hour. Yes, you can work for an awesome family and get $16 an hour just to start. Flexible hours, too. Apply in person at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon, or go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon and apply online. Culvers of Mount Vernon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Huey and Newell halftime show starts now.
Halftime show sponsored by Huey and Newell Funeral Homes in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Huey Funeral Home, deeply honored to have been part of the rich history of our communities, and trust is their sacred obligation. Huey Funeral Home, available online at hueyfh.com. So, there we go. Halftime score, Collinsville 14, Mount Vernon 7. We'll take a break, come back, get you some scoring and stats, as well as the Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app. I guess we're still here, so we'll keep it here and tell you that at the half it is Collinsville 14, Mount Vernon 7. Hank, I know you're compiling the scoring and stats, but for the Rams, it was just a sloppy end of that half. Probably could have gotten some more points and just couldn't really get in sync.
Very frustrating, and there's just some mistakes that they are not talented enough to overcome, with penalties, giving up a fourth down, 71-yard run, and poor time management there in the last minute of the game. I mean, this is not a super talented team this year, and they're unable to overcome those type of mistakes. And then the question that I don't have an answer to, Staples didn't play the whole second quarter, and if he's injured for any length of time, it really puts the Rams behind the 8 ball.
Boy, it does. We will step out for a quick break on the Huey Funeral Home halftime show. When we come back, we'll have scoring and stats and so much more. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Temperatures are up, graduations are over, baseball is in full swing. It is safe to say that summer is here. When you're in the car for hours headed to the beach, take a moment and reflect on how special that time is. These are important memories. Equally as important are the insurance plans you put in place for your family when things do not go as planned. This is your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, and that is what we do every day. We plan for the unexpected. Don't wait for the crisis to hit and then prepare for it. Come see us today in Mount Vernon or find us online at TonyWilt.com.
Big savings are rolling in at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. Right now, we've got two 2025 Toyota Tundras ready for you with big savings. Choose 1.75% APR for 72 months or take $3,000 in customer cash on the Tundra iForce Max Platinum or the Tundra Limited. These trucks are built to work, built to play, and built to move fast, just like this deal. See you at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty, or shop online anytime at MunkinToyota.MountVernon.com.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the free Section 618.com mobile app tonight. Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. 14-7 Collinsville here at the half on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. And for the Mount Vernon Rams, it was an inspired effort. They just struggled there in that first half.
Too many mistakes, penalties, the turnover, and then poor time management the last minute of the first half.
Boy, it really was. And, of course, this halftime show presented by Huey Funeral Home, offering peace, comfort, and healing for families in need now and many years to come. HueyFH.com or 618-242-3348. With Hank Evans, I'm Chris Hugo. It's great to be with you from the friendly confines of Ken Hunt Stadium. And I think for the Mount Vernon Rams, all things considered, they're just very happy to be home finally.
Well, it's good to be home. But this is a game that we talked about in the start. They've got to win. And it's right there. They got the ball to start the second half. But they've got to quit making these critical mistakes, getting drawn off sides on the hard count. I mean, that stuff just, when you're not talented enough to maybe overcome it's tough.
It is. Of course, halftime stats will be presented by Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County. Find comfort food like Grandma used to make at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Hot lunch and dinner buffets daily, 6 to 8, 7 days a week inside the Mount Vernon Outland Airport here in the King City. Scoring and stats may tell us some. They may tell us a lot. They may tell us nothing, but they're going to tell us numbers at least.
All right. First for Collinsville as they had 104 yards on the ground, 132 through the air. I got them at 236 yards of offense. Their quarterback, Jace Wilkinson, was 10 of 17 for 132 yards and a touchdown. Rushing the ball, it was Wilkinson, 3 carries, 67 yards, and he broke off that 71-yard touchdown on fourth down. It was Dyer, 3 carries for 10 yards. Stewart, 3 carries for 14 yards. So Mount Vernon did a great job on their 2 leading rushers on the season. Royal Patterson had 2 carries for 8 yards, and it was Harper with 2 carries for 5 yards. Receivers, it was Matt Reynolds, 3 receptions, 44 yards. Loyal Patterson, 4 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. It was Christian Bargney, 1 catch for 18 yards. Stewart had a catch for 6, and Logan Odell had 1 catch for 5 yards. For the Mount Vernon Rams, 85 yards on the ground, 61 through the air, 147 total yards. C.J. Hughes Distro Jr., 4 of 10 passing, 42 yards. It was Wyatt Evans converting the fake punt on a 19-yard pass to Nolan Mast. Rushing the ball, it was Staples, 4 for 26 yards, and we haven't seen him for a while. No idea why. Carmaine Hopkins, 5 carries, 29 yards. It was C.J. Hughes Distro Jr., 5 carries, 23 yards. Exodus Thomas, we saw him with an early carry for 7 yards. And receiving, it was Reimer with a 3-yard catch. And the other 4 catches by Nolan Mast for 58 yards. Scoring summary, it was Collinsville opening the scoring with a 71-yard touchdown scamper by Jace Wilkinson. Mount Vernon answers, it was Carmaine Hopkins with a 23-yard touchdown at the 9:36 mark of the second quarter, and Collinsville retook the lead with just 52.7 seconds left. It was Loyal Patterson with a 25-yard touchdown catch. That brings us to your halftime score. It's the Collinsville Kahoks 14, Mount Vernon Rams 7.
Those are your Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County halftime stats here on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. We'll take a break with Collinsville on top, 14-7 over your Mount Vernon Rams here at the half. When we come back, we'll catch up with the Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. Tell you a little bit about the goings-on of Mount Vernon Rams soccer and plenty more. You'll stay tuned to us here on WMIX and the free Section618.com mobile app. This is Rams football powered by People's National Bank. Back after this.
You've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but Allstate agents are seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, Allstate agents know how to maximize your savings. They'll share their knowledge as they help you personalize your coverage. Because when it comes to seeing all the ways to save, Allstate agents do it best.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mark your calendars for Wednesday, September 24th, because you're having lunch at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon and saving a gravy boatload of money. $7.99 all-day buffet starts at 10:30 a.m. and runs through supper. Deliciously delectable fried chicken with all the fixins and other options that would take way longer than 30 seconds to list. Check out their Facebook page for a full menu. We'll catch you bellied up next to us at the buffet this Wednesday, September 24th at the Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport. Serving comfort, one plate at a time.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app, this is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
AM 940, 96.5 FM. You're watching live on the WMIX Sports YouTube here tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams at Ken Hunt Stadium trail the Collinsville Kahoks here at the break. 14-7 is your halftime score. Jinx Craddock back at the Mount Vernon studio. I'm Chris Hugo. Hank Evans alongside. Jeff Crow with us in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth, as we're back on your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Of course, Huey Funeral Home, deeply honored to have been part of the rich history of the communities, and your trust is their sacred obligation. HueyFH.com or 618-242-3348. I know we have some score updates from around the area, some shocking, some not. I really forgot to do that during the break, but I know we have a go-to score guy now.
I want you to find the Benton score. That's all I need.
I'll get that for you.
Centralia all over Granite City, 42-0. Highland all over Jersey, 40-14. Massac County leads Murphy, 14-7. Here's an interesting one. Mascoutah, 24-13 over Waterloo. I assume these are halftime. Mater Dei all over Harrisburg, 38-7. Tolono Unity, 21. St. Joe Ogden, 10. Edwardsville, 23. Belleville West, 18. Cahokia 32-6 over Carbondale. Johnson City in a little bit of a battle with El Dorado, surprisingly, 14-6. And Breeze Central up 7-0 at the half over Freeburg.
Effingham leads Charleston 14-7. That's late in the first quarter. Mater Dei leads Harrisburg in the second, 31-7. And I can tell you that they're just fresh out of halftime. Benton and DuQuoin still tied at 7. I guess a 3-and-out for DuQuoin to start that second half. So that's where we are with that. That's how things are going, and that is a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and see how you can get to a better state with State Farm. Heron is trailing. I think that's a Heron score. I should probably confirm. I believe Heron is leading Carterville's leading Heron 28-0 at the half. My apologies if you read that one.
That's a Heron program. It was a proud program, and they've been through, seems like a new coach the last 3 years, and they're just really down right now.
Well, I don't think things are going the way that they had intended. Not to be Captain Obvious, but that's just kind of the lay of the land, it would seem. Muhammad Seymour and Taylorville are tied at 14 at the half as well, as we continue to this Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. And in an enigmatic football season for some. We have one final break to take. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half of this one. It's 14-7 Collinsville after 2 quarters of play. We'll come back to Ken Hunt Stadium. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
It's a truck attack at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. We've got 5 of the brand new 2025 Toyota Tacomas in stock, all ready to roll. Lock in an incredible 3.99% APR for 60 months and drive the midsize truck everyone's talking about. Don't wait. These Tacomas won't last long. Come see me today at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty, or shop online anytime at MunkinToyotaMountVernon.com.
Chris with Bean Insurance Agency. We've been serving the listening area for over 20 years. Our office has a combined experience of over 75 years of insurance knowledge. We have multiple companies to choose from, so you get a great rate, and we strive to provide the best customer service around. This combination has won Bean Insurance Agency multiple awards over the last 20 years. Call today and find out for yourself at 618-242-6017 or stop by 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southern Illinois, check out the deals from Chuck's Place in Salem, Hippies Heaven, Centralia, Park Place Diner in Mount Vernon, Sterling Avenue Home and Decor, Salem, and Tomahawk Bar and Grill, DuQuoin.
If you're in Mount Vernon, Centralia, Salem, Nashville, Marion, Kate, Sykeston, Paducah, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
Back at Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Rams are trailing 14-7 here at the half to the Collinsville Kahoks. We get ready for the second half momentarily. And for this Ram team, they were able to make some big defensive plays, but then there were some head scratchers, of course, on some penalties and things of that nature that would extend Collinsville drives. And this Ram team, late in the first half on an offensive drive, just could never seem to get organized enough. The coaching plans were there. I mean, we heard the yelling of what they needed to do, and just wasn't happening. And so they've got to get their collective heads together in this second half.
Again, they're going to start with the football second half, but they've got to clean up the offsides, the false starts. You know, they got drawn off on a hard count when Collinsville was going to punt. 2 drops in the first half that probably could have been touchdowns, would have been touchdowns. I mean, those are just the plays that have to be made at the 5A level to win football games.
And the end result of this is if you don't execute, you're not going to win. And so right now the Rams trail by a touchdown, and you know, you hope that they can put a good drive together to start this second half.
I hope we see number 7 back. I don't know what happened, if it's an injury or what, but we didn't see him the second quarter for sure.
Well, I mean, we're going to find out. We're either going to see him on that sideline in the game or we're not. I don't see him on the field, but I've not been able to get a look at everybody in this left end zone here as they're back out for the warm-up clock. We'll get to the second half underway in about a minute 10.
It's a Mount Vernon team that lost Chris Rudolph in the first week of the season and losing Staples. I mean, that's your 2 go-to guys on offense.
Well, yeah, especially when you consider after last year, he was seen as potentially a generational running back for this team, and you know, unable to really get many quality runs last week against Marion after a big week against Carbondale, and it's a little maybe not the start he wanted against Waterloo. And now, you know, to kind of see where he's at tonight and whether or not he's even back into this ball game is
and you know, this is a time of the season. You're getting to week 4, week 5. You know, he's playing both ways. Maybe the little hamstrings, the soft tissue injuries can sometimes start to catch up with guys.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I really haven't seen him since he got that turnover early in the game.
I am looking at the personnel and just not seeing that particular number out there. I hope I am wrong.
So to be Carmaine Hopkins, he'd probably be the guy to get a lot of carries, and you'll see C.J. Hughes-Distro carry it quite a few times. And Nolan Mast is going to have to make some big plays, probably from Mount Vernon to score. You get very limited offensively without Staples.
And I think we've seen the limits.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we're trying to kind of ask around the press box. We can't find out anything. So don't know what happened. Maybe a shoulder is what we're hearing. That's never good.
Well,
I mean, that's just, we're just listening and people are texting and stuff like that.
Well, finally, the word on the street is the second half getting ready to begin here in the King City as the Mount Vernon Rams will have the football to start, assuming that if there is an onside kick, they can field it.
Mount Vernon looks like Nesbitt back there.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hands team, I assume. Mount Vernon just possess the football after this kickoff. That's the goal.
Kick's going to tail to the near side. Crowder off a hop will pick it up and fall with it at 31, and we're celebrating good hands.
It's just,
speaking of, our video stream sponsored by Paul Shields, your Allstate insurance agent.
Well done there. That's professional.
I'll tell you what, I used to have my moments. That was a rare one of those.
But that's all kidding aside. Mount Vernon did what they had to do there. They've really struggled with those little pooch kicks this year.
So CJ back at QB out of the gun. The gun T offense here for Dan Mings of the Mount Vernon Rams. Nesbitt split left, Mast to the right. Carmaine Hopkins the back here for Mount Vernon. 5 seconds into this second half, trailing 14-7. Ball on the Mount Vernon 32 near hash. It's going to be stretching Hopkins there to the left side. He cannot sneak past the edge. Ragdoll tackle by John Thomas for a huge loss. Maybe about 6. Just couldn't slip past that edge, and that was a big tackle by a small guy. Not small. Terrible. I don't mean it like that. 5'10", 174. In football size, not weight-wise, not a big man. Big heart, big effort.
Yeah.
Hopefully I've dug myself out of this hole now.
You were trying.
I didn't mean anything bad at all, but sometimes things aren't taken the way as intended. Either way, a heck of a tackle is what I was trying to say, and I should have just left it simple. 11:13 left here in the third. 2nd and 15 for the Rams from the 27-yard line. Far hash the spot. Out of the gun here for the quarterback. As Hughes Disrow looking to the right side. And, oh, man, a trio of Kahoks there. Get him back at the 15. Thomas in on that. And I believe in the picture maybe Omari Christian. I did not get the 3rd number, and that's going to be a big loss. It'll be 3rd and Nason here for the Rams.
Well,
3rd and Nason, you'll have to get to Dix for the first down.
Let's be 41, and we're at the 15. It's like about 26. 25 maybe. What do you call here, Chris?
A lot.
It's on you.
3rd and 26, a hope, a prayer, and a chance. It's going to be a handoff in the backfield, I think, to Hopkins. And he will get to the 17. Bringing it to.
And Mount Vernon will obviously punt. And a lot of time left, but if they go down 2 scores without their main playmakers, it's going to be very difficult.
Maybe not the play or the series that the way you hoped it would go. I will say that, as I know the Rams had hoped for more.
Well, the Collinsville defensive line was in the backfield all 3 plays.
And now they're really going to stack here on a punt try.
Oh,
and
that's
that's
a poor
going
kick.
to slip off the foot of Griever. It'll be out of bounds. The shadow went out at about the 34. We'll see where they spot the football.
Yeah, you're about right. So Collinsville will start in Mount Vernon territory.
Ooh, if I'm Collinsville, I'm upset. That's generous. Back at the 39.
I went out about the 35 at best. Yeah. Got a 22-yard punt.
Ooh.
Shanked it a little bit. Like
that happens.
Maybe some, like our golf shots.
Oh, baby. I know a thing or two about that.
It's not a good feeling.
1st and 10 for the Kahoks out of the gun. Single back here is Stewart. Reynolds right slot. Patterson to the right. Bargney to the left side here for Collinsville. Wilkinson the back out of the gun. 9:42 left, 3rd quarter. Collinsville up 14-7. The Kahoks will set Reynolds in motion, and it'll set up a running play. Ooh, not much of one for Stewart. He'll go off tackle. We have a flag at around the 35-yard line. The run got him to the 34. They'll probably give him 35. Ooh, they're going to spot it. 30. Not 35. Yeah, 34. I went backwards. I'm sorry.
Give him 5. How about that?
Whew.
And that penalty, what did he?
Beyond the Rams. It was out of the defensive backfield.
Face mask.
I was trying to watch for mechanics here. Oh, boy. Well, trust People's National Bank for all of your financial needs. They provide secure, reliable banking with a personal touch. Find out more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Good times.
Benton kicks a field goal. They lead DeCoin 10-7.
Boy, all of that, and they have a field goal kicker. That's a dangerous Ranger team. But how good's the DuQuoin defense to kind of settle down the Rangers? 9:25 left here in the quarter. We're in the 3rd. Out of the gun here for the Kahoks. They'll have Reynolds in motion. And back to pass. Deep. And has Reynolds in the backfield, completed the 35. He'll get back near the 30-yard line, 29, 27, 28, 26, 25. Brought down by Jackson Simmons, JP, and trying to think. I'm seeing a former Ram at 52. I got to look at the roster. I do apologize. Kylan Brown.
All that for about 3 yards. Screen pass.
Sometimes numbers just stick with you. You're going to say a guy from about 5 years ago. That's what I was trying to avoid. 2nd and 7 now. That really turned into something there for Collinsville. And now, quick handoff, Stewart right up the middle. Ooh, nice spin move there at the 25, but he'll spin backward into the 26, and that might be a no gain.
And that was Exodus Thomas wrapping him up.
8:20 left, third quarter, 14-7 K-Hawks, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Still on the 26-yard line, the ball just between the hashes this time. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. OCSI offers Ortho Express. That's urgent care services from Monday through Friday. Ken Hunt Stadium sets our scene on 3rd and 7. Collinsville looking to march down the rest of the way. Ball in the 26 in Mount Vernon territory, out of the gun. Trips right. Tight left. Rolling right side is Wilkinson looking downfield. Has Odell, but going to go toward the far sideline, and that's going to be 1 foot in bounds. What a play to shimmy into the end zone for the Collinsville receiver, Patterson. And that is going to be a 26-yard touchdown reception. Unbelievable.
He looked like he was catching a fair catch. He was so open.
Boy, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's look at that one. Oh, foot in down, got 2 for good measure, and then somehow still broke through the porous defense into the end zone for the score. As we wait the PAT.
Loyal Patterson obviously having a big night. 5 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns.
His second touchdown catch of the night. So just his touchdown catches alone, 2 catches, 51 yards. Kick is good. No, kick no good. Not on the scoreboard. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking.
No good.
I was writing down my game scoring drive summary. Another S-side talent carbon supply touchdown, of course, for Loyal Patterson.
This Collinsville team has scored 21. The kick was good. I wasn't paying attention either. 21-7. They scored 21 points all year coming into tonight.
Oh, the kick was good.
What happens when we get writing stuff down, stats-wise, especially during the extra point, we got caught.
Normally I look. Normally I don't make that mistake, but this time I did. And here we are. As the Rams, barring a trick play, will get the football back. 7:41 to play. We are in the third quarter, 21-7 K-Hawks. Next week, the Rams welcome Althoff. They're currently trailing Marion. And it's been all Marion since about the end of the first quarter, it would appear. 28-10 maybe now? Could be 25-10. Callahan Roper, tough to stop. When you can drop it in a bucket, doesn't matter if you're the best quarterback on the planet, you just got to be able to hit targets. Zane Nesbitt back to return for the Rams at about the 10. Reynolds on to kick for the K-Hawks. And this pooch will get to, you guessed it, Josh Crowder at about the 23. Running room to the 30, 35. Needs to beat Reynolds. That's going to be tough. He's not your typical kicker. And he'll get to about the 44.5-yard line. Nice return for the junior Josh Crowder with 7:35 to play in the third. Still 21-7 Collinsville.
Yeah.
Wee doggies.
Yeah, Reynolds is a good athlete. He does everything. 5'10", 181-pound kicker. But also wide receiver, kick returner. Saved a touchdown.
He did. Casaraya's menu has a wide variety of flavorful options, from a traditional ribeye to sizzling fajitas. Have an unforgettable experience at Casaraya, 3106 Broadway in the King City. And quite a few people will go for some of those flavorful beverages at Casaraya after the game. Forget all about this one. 1st and 10. At the 45, Hopkins will get the carries. He's looking to go left, and they'll swallow him up in the backfield. I think I see a fumble. Question's going to be who got it. Looks like the Rams recovered, I think. That was Brown, maybe, that recovered?
Yep.
Kylan Brown. Small but mighty. That 5'7" frame recovering that fumble.
And you just look how Collinsville's playing, right? They're not respecting Mount Vernon's ability to throw the ball.
No.
There's 9 in a box.
I think they're happy just to let them take that chance
downfield,
especially up 2 scores. Screen pass. Ooh, was that thrown behind? Or was it incomplete? That one was a little high to Nesbitt. In the backfield on the screen, it'll be 3rd and 13, staying on the 42-yard line. At Edward Jones, the Crochin name has been synonymous with investments in Jefferson County for 45 years. Reach out to Michael Crochin's office today for your investments to be in the best hands for your financial future.
I got the score you've been waiting on. Salem, 49. East Altonwood River, nothing.
Ooh, Salem running roughshod tonight on their final swings through the Cahokia Conference, as we know it. 3rd and 13 here for the Vernoy. Down 21-7 to the Collinsville Kahoks, 6:50 left in the third. Running for his life is C.J. Hughes-Disrow, and he'll somehow get a pass off. Intended for Hopkins. It's going to be incomplete, and he is shaken and thrown down.
Probably a holding on Mount Vernon.
I have a bad feeling. There is a penalty flag on the field.
I would assume Collinsville will decline it.
Streaming is made possible by your Allstate insurance agent, Paul Shields. Call Paul today for your free quote, 618-241-0551. Auto, home, business, life, renters, even your boat or ATV, Paul has or will get you covered. They'll be holding against the Rams. Conventional wisdom, I was going to say, would say decline it. It is. It'll be 4th and 13. 21-7 Collinsville, 6:44 left. We're in the third quarter in the King City. Near midfield, not quite. Ball at the 42-yard line on the Mount Vernon side. Davies. Oh, we're going to punt. That's right. What am I doing?
It should be Griever.
It's not the fourth quarter, Hugo.
Shanked the last one.
Gets another chance. Much better. Tight spiral of a kick. Loyal Patterson calls for the fair catch and muffed it. He's able to recover, and I know he's embarrassed because he's about as sure-handed as they come.
It's just hard to catch a football.
Boy, it is.
Collinsville starting to impose their will. They're winning the battle up front. Their defensive line right now is dominating the Mount Vernon offensive line.
It is. 6:36 to play here in the third quarter, 21-7 Kahoks, and they will get another opportunity with it here. Ball at their own 25-yard line. And they will go Bargney to the right along with Reynolds, and Patterson will be split to the right. So the other two on the left, my apologies. Quick snap. There was a man in motion. I'm not sure if they're looking for a double reverse, and that was a broken play. Nobody was on the same page for the Kahoks. That falls incomplete. Only guy even close to the neighborhood was Reynolds. It'll be 2nd and 10 Kahoks from their own 25.
A little surprised by that play call. I think maybe Collinsville get the clock moving and try to slow this game down. Up 14 would be the move, but they chose otherwise.
6:30 to play. We're in the third. 21-7 score. Rams trailing by a couple of touchdowns here. Single back shotgun set for Wilkinson with 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and now Patterson in motion. Fake handoff left, right. He'll go to the back of the backfield. And Stewart will not get much out of that one. A loss of a couple. I'm just double checking that it is Stewart that was back there. Nope, that's Dyer. My apologies. Congratulations, Keaton Koch. This week's Josh Finley Cutter Financial Ram of the Week. And if you're wondering what the 529 plan is, well, Josh Finley can help. Cutter Financial agent Josh Finley. Contact him about a college savings plan. Keaton Koch, of course, had a hat trick and a win against Mount Carmel for Rams soccer. Of course, I never did get to my Rams soccer info at halftime. My apologies. We'll work that in when we can. 3rd and 12. From the 23-yard line for the Kahoks. Empty backfield. Looking downfield, Wilkinson over to the right side and overthrown, intended for Patterson. It'll be 3rd and 12. 4th and 12, rather.
It's a big stop by Mount Vernon, one they had to have. Now they got to somehow get some first downs.
5:44 remaining here in the third. 4th and 12 for the Kahoks. As of now, appear to be going for it, but one would assume just a pooch punt would be coming here with 5:44 to play in the third quarter. There it is. Mast will be back at about the 38. Trying to make a run for it here, and he'll be brought down at about the 44-yard line. Rams soccer back in action tomorrow against Vienna here at Ken Hunt Stadium, and they'll welcome Effingham on Thursday at 5:30. Game time tomorrow, match time tomorrow on the pitch is 10 o'clock. We're still planning to have a Rams and Lady Rams Soccer Alumni Recognition Day Saturday, September 27th in the home match against Harrisburg. Former players from both the Rams and Lady Rams soccer teams are encouraged to attend and to be celebrated for their dedication and commitment of Mount Vernon Township High School soccer program. Follow MTVHS Rams Athletics social media for more information. 5:35 left, third quarter, 21-7. Collinsville on top. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 44-yard line. Granite City gets on the board against Centralia, trailing 42-6 after 3. And a running clock game.
It's Matt Reynolds on the tackle. We call his name a lot tonight.
Doing everything.
Reminds me of Fisher Davis from Mount Vernon a couple years ago.
No doubt. Landon Simpson before him. As this will be a carry for Exodus Thomas. Is looking to get to the left side, gets to the 45, so runs about 8 yards to get 1. But it's a gain of 1 nonetheless, and it's forward progress for the Mount Vernon Rams. They will take it. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. You're never far from a People's National Bank ATM. Visit peoplesnationalbank.com to find their branches and automated teller machines. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. If you ever wonder what ATM stands for, there you go. Common Scholar Bowl bonus question and toss-up back in the junior high days, about 25, 30 years ago.
You took that serious.
Oh, yeah. 2nd and 9 from the 45. Fake handoff here out of play action. Roll into the right side. CJ connects with Adrian Reimer over the middle, past the 45, down to the opposing 42-yard line. Gain of 13. What a grab. Just a snag through the air. Over the middle. Woo, baby. Of course, Walgreens Distribution Center has a variety of opportunities, including weekday work schedules. That means no weekends. They even have leadership opportunities. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Rams will send to the left side here on 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Down a couple of scores. It's 21-7 Collinsville. I've been told that Staples unlikely to return tonight. Looking left side, deep throw, and that's going to be into the hands of somebody ineligible. Looks to be a coach on the Collinsville sideline. Incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. .412 remains here in the third quarter. About 2/3 of the way gone.
It's just going to be tough for Mount Vernon to break one with the guys they're missing.
Hard to believe that at halftime next week the season will be halfway gone.
Flies.
They'll send Hopkins to the right. Out of the gun. Oh, try to set up something for CJ as he will get about 6 on the play. Thought he was going to break for a first down and more, but credit to the linebackers of Collinsville for stopping him at the 45. Just a gain of 4 for CJ Hughes-Disrael. Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, crispy fried chicken daily, fish Fridays, Saturday steaks and crawfish, and homemade Sunday-style dinners. Open 7 days, 6 to 8, Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. One of our booster sponsors. 3:33 left. Let's see what happens. We're in the third and 4. Quarterback keeper again. CJ is going to get to the 46 maybe, or actually, excuse me, the 36, maybe the 34. I think the Rams are going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th and 4.
Got to try to get Mass the ball.
They're going to load up that left side with trips. Mount Vernon Wind Supply stocks driveway culverts, and they even offer delivery straight to your job site or home. Call 618-244-3100. Mount Vernon Wind Supply, supporters of the Rams. With a man in motion, Hopkins. It's to Mast. Good call to the outside on 4th down, inside the 30. He catches it 29, gain of 5. First down for the Rams. Fresh set of downs, fresh pass, fresh play, fresh look. Good call.
Sure hands.
No kidding.
He'll catch it. Just a nice little out route, quick.
Closest thing this team has to Ricky Prohl.
Little Wes Welker, yeah. Ricky Prohl actually played for the St. Louis football Cardinals and the St. Louis Rams.
Step back and a zip throw there by CJ, looking for Mast there on that right side, and that's going to be a one-hopper out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Mast is going to start seeing a safety, too. He's going to get a little extra coverage.
Looking for an S-side tile and Carbon Supply touchdown, trailing 21-7, 2:18 left as we near the end of the third quarter. 2nd and 10, ball on the Collinsville 29-yard line on the far hash. C.J. Hughes Disrow, the Ram quarterback. They're going to wing back it on the left, 2 to the right sides, Nesbitt and Mast. Out of play action, plays blown dead. More than likely a motion penalty or a false start. I don't see the flag, I can only assume.
False start.
Yep, pushes them back 5.
I've got 7 accepted penalties committed by Mount Vernon. I probably missed 1 or 2. There have been a couple declined.
Oh, boy. Class of 2015's back in town for their 10-year reunion. Hard to believe it's been that long. I saw the class of 2000 celebrated 25 a couple of weekends ago. They're already talking about my 25th reunion coming up.
Boy,
at 26.
Flies, doesn't it?
It does. 2nd and 15 here. Back to pass is C.J. Hughes Disrow. Running for his life. Escapes the tackler to the 40, now to the 35. Dives ahead to the 30-yard line. Runs about 40 yards to get a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 11. Unofficially.
Running for his life is correct.
We'll have your Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game at our Biltmore Buildings postgame show. Stop by for a big juicy butterburger, cheese curds, pretzel bites, or a delicious frozen custard. Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon. 3rd and 11 here. 1:35 remains in the third quarter. Rams trailing 21-7.
Collinsville defensive line, they're coming here.
Coming with a vengeance. Oh, they easily slip past that offensive line, and this one's going to be underthrown and almost picked off.
Should have been picked off.
Jaden McCoy should have had that one more
I think his own dude ran into him.
Yeah, he did. Friendly fire. That'll be 4th down.
And I hate to say this, but C.J. Hughes Disrow got smoked.
He's getting beat up.
Yeah, he's
going to have to come off, too, which is fine. Just go for a field goal while you tend to him and see what we can make happen. As this will be a 47-yard field goal, yep. 37 add 10. Split the difference of the 44 and the 49 earlier. The Rams need to get their personnel sorted out. They do. Carnine on for the 47-yard field goal. Near hash spot. On the 37, plus the 10 of the end zone. Here's the snap, kick, almost blocked. It's up, and that looks like it could be good. Oh, let's watch that again. The 47-yard field goal from Truman Carnine.
He had plenty of leg.
Oh, yeah. And it's 21-10. Simple. Makes it look easy. I'm here to tell you it's not.
I watch plenty of NFL and college kickers miss those all the time. But a concern is the quarterback, C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., being looked at by the trainer. He's getting beat up.
21-10 with 1:16 remaining in the third. It'll be Collinsville football following the Ram kickoff try.
Don't know if we'll see him anymore tonight.
Who's that?
Quarterback.
Oh, no. I see those peepers looking at the sideline.
Yeah.
Well,
it's being tended to.
A minute 16 left here in the third. 21-10 as the Rams are back onto the board thanks to Truman Carnine's 47-yard field goal. There's the kick. And should be a touchback. I was watching the extracurriculars between the 40 and the 30. But a touchback, and the Kahoks will have it 1st and 10. It's from the 20.
Benton has scored as they extend their lead 17-7.
So a minute 16 left in the third quarter here. It's 21-10. Out of the gun from the 20, his own 20 for Wilkinson. Jace Wilkinson, the quarterback out of the Kahoks. Out of the gun. It'll be a handoff to Stewart up the right side. A little off-tackle run to the 25. Looking to get to the 26. Gain of 6, I believe, for Stewart. Making sure that is Stewart. It is.
Yeah, Collinsville really not done much on the ground other than the 71-yard scamper on 4th down by the quarterback. But right now they could slow this game down to a crawl.
44 seconds left in the third. 21-10 Kahoks. 2nd and 5 from their 25. Handoff this time. Snipped out by the Rams. Exodus Thomas and company. Tylen Davis. Not sure if Titan Whitfield was in that one or not. It's a name we've called often this year.
Stewart carry that, or who was that? Dyer or Stewart?
It was actually, I think it was Harper that time.
All right. That'll end the third quarter most likely,
unless they go ahead and try to run this 3rd down and 6 play after the loss of 1. 21-10, Rams trailing here, and I'm Collinsville. I'm not. What are we doing? What's going on? Offside penalty will make it 3rd and 1. Top of the hour, this is WMIX Mount Vernon. Free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Chris, how do you get off encroachment on a play? They weren't even going to run a play.
I don't know. I don't understand it at all. All right, now on 3rd and 1. That clock strikes midnight on the third quarter. At the end of 3, Collinsville 21, Rams 10. We'll come back with the 4th in a minute. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
To the 4th quarter we go in the King City at Ken Hunt Stadium. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. Mount Vernon Rams football is presented by People's National Bank as the Rams trail 21-10 heading into the 4th. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Kahoks after an offsides penalty at the end of the 3rd quarter. Gifted Collinsville 5 yards. I'm sure they can do it again on a hard count. The Rams have proven susceptible to that tonight. Biltmore Buildings, your local MVP for shops, homes, and ag builds. Call 618-732-8704. Build something amazing together. Biltmore Buildings. Our postgame show coming up at the end of this one as we are awaiting the chance to get started here.
CZR looking for their second win. They lead Hamilton County 32-13. They went about 3 years without winning a game.
Yeah, Mike Rood comeback tour.
Still got it, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Out of the gun here, single back set. Stewart the back for the quarterback, Wilkinson. And handoff coming here and a little off-tackle run. Good enough for a first down as he'll get to the 31, 32. He'll get about 2 or 3 on it. Enough for a Collinsville first.
Collinsville will be in no hurry to snap the ball, I would assume. They're going to try to grind this clock down. Mount Vernon certainly depleted on offense.
If you're looking for a bank that truly cares, People's National Bank offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 21-10 score, 11:45 left in the fourth quarter. Collinsville with the football. They're on their own 32-yard line. Fresh set of downs on this drive. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Wilkinson. Of course, run the football. And fake handoff, and he'll run the option left. Get to the 39, gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 after another Wilkinson run. Last time he did it for 71 yards and a score. Meanwhile, we're looking for our Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. Work on some Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates as we get deeper into this fourth quarter as well. We'll probably have some final scores roll in. Marion throttling Althoff now, 42-10. Or 42-15.
I didn't see that one coming. I thought Marion would probably win, but not that convincingly.
2 right, 1 left here for the Kahoks. 10:50 to play. Out of the gun. This is Wilkinson. Claps twice, gets the snap. Play action. Looking downfield to Reynolds. Uh-oh. And he will somehow tiptoe the sideline and get to the 20. He may have stepped out of bounds a little earlier. Yeah, they're going to say he stepped out at about the 24-yard line.
We give him 37.
Yeah. What a catch. What talent. So 10:33 left in the fourth quarter here. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Mount Vernon 24 for the Kahoks after that catch. Oh, boy. Keaton Koch, our Ram of the Week this week from Rams Soccer. Sponsored by Josh Finley, Country Financial. Let him help you achieve your financial future. Call 618-242-4024. Josh Finley, Country Financial. 1st and 10 here from the 24-yard line, 10:18 to play. Play action again. Fade route. Little push off there, and Patterson will come up with the catch. He pushed off.
He didn't throw the flag.
So we'll watch that one again. Not to see the push off, just to see the catch. Out of play action here. A little fade route near the flag, and he will come away with the touchdown. It is 27-10.
That's the 3rd touchdown reception for Loyal Patterson. In fact, the last 3 catches have been touchdown catches. But more importantly, that really probably finishes this game.
I forgot how far that one was. 24?
24. It's a 3rd touchdown pass for Jace Wilkinson, who's having a huge night.
Kick up, kick good. Reynolds again. 28-10.
I got Loyal Patterson, 6 catches, 109 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Big night.
Pretty big night.
It's a Collinsville team that only scored 21 points all year coming into tonight.
How many yards?
I've got him for 109.
Okay. How many catches?
6.
All right. Let's go full point PPR. 16.9 on catches and yards, and another 18. So 34.9 fantasy points tonight for Loyal Patterson.
He's got a couple rushes.
Haven't even factored those in.
Yeah, you're not going to get a point there. Unless
if you go the decimal points.
Okay,
yeah,
8 tenths.
Yeah, so 35.7 so far.
But Reynolds, to me, Reynolds has done just as many stuff, but he won't get points for it.
Yes.
It's the defensive plays. I mean, they're the 2. They've got 3 good players, Patterson, Reynolds, and Jace Wilkinson, and some big linemen.
Another SI Talent Carbon Supply touchdown for the Collinsville Kahoks. And that's also our Walgreens Distribution Center first score as we reflect. With 10:10 remaining, Rams trailing 28-10. They'll welcome the Altop Crusaders in here next week. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kick. AM 940, 96.5 FM. We'll have video for you as well. At least that's the plan. Crowder and Nesbitt back to return. Other guys, too, as it won't get that far. Or maybe it will. Uh-oh. Nesbitt will handle it at about the 6. Making a move, dancing around, trying to get back between the hashes. 20-25, near the 30, about the 28. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams as we have a flag at about the 30. Between the hashes, I'm not sure what it is.
I believe C.J. Hughes Distro's going back in the game, but walking gingerly, look from my vantage point.
Looks like it's going to be against the Kahoks. .10:01 remaining in this one. Rams trailing 28-10. Traded a field goal for a touchdown, unfortunately.
They're going to have to go fast. You're running out of time. Got down 3 scores.
Scoreboard updates the remainder of the way, presented by Tony Welch, your good neighbor State Farm agent. Find him around town or in that famous red State Farm Jeep.
But this Collinsville defensive line has dominated the second half, and they're going to pin their ears back. And I'm afraid you're going to see Hughes Distro Jr. running for his life. As that Benton has went finals, they win 17-7.
Oh, boy. That's a big win for the Rangers, 4-0. Only 14 points allowed this year. Quick handoff here out of 1st and 10 for the 45. Carmaine Hopkins.
Ooh, gain.
Yeah. All that for a goose egg on the stat sheet. Video stream made possible by Paul Shield, your Mountford and Allstate agent. If you haven't shot for insurance for a while, give Paul a call, 618-241-0551. Still 28-10. K-Hawks, 9:32 left. 2nd and 10 for the Rams from their own 45. Clock is running. And the Rams just false started.
Got 9 penalties accepted. A couple declined, and I probably missed 1 or 2. It's just been not a clean game for Mount Vernon. And I believe there's bets being taken on how many more penalties will be committed up here in the press box.
Pushes them back to the 40.
Oh, no. We're not involved.
2nd and 15. 9:20 left here in the fourth quarter. 28-10 Kahoks. Rams out of the gun, single back set. Receiver on each side of the line. And over the middle, slant caught by Zay Nesbitt midfield. He'll dive to the opposing 49, 48.
Let's give him 12.
It'll be
11.
3rd and 3.
It's 12.
What a catch by Zay Nesbitt. So 3rd down and short here, 9 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams trailing 28-10. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. They got to go. Out of the gun, 1 back, 2 receivers, and a wing back. And now we will have a penalty flag.
I believe one of the Kahoks lined up in the neutral zone.
Oh. So that'll be 1st and 10, or should be. From the 44.
And the Rams will get a 1st down. They caught a break there.
Good to hear our band play Axel F. from Beverly Hills Cop. So 1st and 10 from the 44. It's little things for me. Play action here. Looking downfield. CJ Mast.
That's a holding.
Definitely flags coming out of the woodwork here. As that'll be a 1st down for the Rams. As it should be, I'm guessing, offense or defensive pass interference should be a 15-yard penalty, but I won't assume nor will I project my feelings on the matter. Make the switch to People's National Bank for reliable, customer-focused banking. Explore their services and find out how they can support your financial journey at peoplesnationalbank.com.
And if you want to see the definition of pass interference, just roll that play back as the defender was beaten and he just grabbed on and saved a touchdown, perhaps.
So 1st and 10 after the PI penalty. We'll take it to the 29-yard line, the 44 to the 29 on a 15-yard flag. Single back shotgun set out of the gun tee here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Split to the left and to the right. Play action. Looking right side. Looking downfield. Flag route for Mast. And that one's going to be grabbed.
Wow.
What a catch by Nolan in the end zone. 29 yards for the score, and the Rams get back on the board. Nolan Mast, a 29-yard grab. What a connection from C.J. Hughes-Disrow to Nolan Mast.
He's becoming quite a football player, Mast.
Yes.
In fact, Collinsville, they're going to have to start doubling him. He's really the only deep threat Mount Vernon has. Let's see, Mount Vernon most likely going for 2. Still plenty of time left, 8:33.
Going for 2 out of the gun. Same formation out of the gun. Uh-oh, bad snap is going to be high. And recovered by Collinsville means no points for anybody.
See if Mount Vernon maybe goes onside kick.
I would assume you'd have to.
Yeah, I don't.
Rams down 12 now after the Nolan Mast touchdown catch.
Oh, got Mast 6 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Just a great connection there, and he had to go up and over the corner to catch it in the far corner. (28-16) score. 8:33 left in the fourth. Rams trailing by 12, and you would assume an onside kick forthcoming here. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. I'm Chris Hugo, Hank Evans alongside. Man, Marion all over Althoff, 49-17. Another Callahan Roper long touchdown pass, 50 yards this time. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilcher, State Farm agent. Looks like you have some updates too.
Centralia 42-6 final. Carterville all over Heron, 35-0. Murfreesboro 28-14 over Massac County. And we'll start getting some finals here about the next 15-20 minutes, most likely.
Collinsville appears to be ready for anything. As the Rams will kick off, 8:33 remaining, trailing 28-16, looking for the onside kick. Looking to convert. Moves one back deep. I was hoping to get the backspin at the 1, but goes into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the touchback here, and the Rams are going to have to stop the Kahoks.
Little surprised on that one, a little bit.
I am too.
Just because it's just going to be hard for Mount Vernon really. Well, they just did score pretty quick, so I don't know. Still 8.5 minutes.
8:33 remaining in this one, 28-16. Rams trailing by a couple of possessions.
Collinsville, when they need a big play, they've got 2 guys. You're going to see Loyal Patterson, Matt Reynolds.
Out of the gun, single back set here for the Kahoks. 2 to the right. Reynolds and Patterson on the same side. Bargney is on the left. Instead, it's going to be a carry here. Of course, they're on top. Fell for it again. I did. Wilkinson will go to the left. I kept watching Stewart, and it'll be about a 9.5-yard run for the Collinsville quarterback. Hugo, get your head out of your rear end.
That's the same play that they ran for 71 yards. It's hard to see from here.
It's well executed.
We don't have
that way.
We don't have spotters. We're not,
no.
And we're a ways away.
I don't have anybody in my ear like Al Michaels, Joe Buck, and Mike Tirico. Or my boy Kevin Harlan.
I don't even have a calculator.
Kevin Harlan, I could see Kevin Harlan not even using a spotter. But that's here nor there.
It's outstanding.
2nd and 2 here after the 8-yard gain. 7:50 to play in the fourth quarter. 16 K-Hawks. High snap, no problem. Play action. Looking left. There's a fade downfield, and that's going to be disrupted. Great defensive play by the Ram defender. I believe that's Kane Kessler knocking it out of the hands of Loyal Patterson. I'm just guessing. I better look that number up. Yes, sir. Kane Kessler. 7:38 left, fourth quarter. It's now 3rd and 2. Lured Collinsville into a pass and disrupted it to stop the clock. The Rams' best friend at the moment is a stopped clock as they will send to the right. Of course, Reynolds and Patterson. Bargney to the left side. Out of the gun here for the quarterback. Hands off. Stewart this time for reals. He'll get a first down run. Down to the 39. Gain of 11 on 3rd and short.
And that'll eat another couple minutes off the clock.
Yep.
It's the longest carry of the night for Stewart. And it comes at an opportune time for the K-Hawks as they look to improve to 2-2.
$7:22 left, fourth quarter. 1 left, 1 right. Man in the slot, too, is Reynolds out of the gun here. Single back set. Byers the back here for the quarterback. Reynolds in motion. It's going to be a handoff on a fake pitch. And that'll be a gain of 2 here on the ground for Damon Dyer. 6:58 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 now on the 2-yard gain. Everything presented by People's National Bank. You can find them online, peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bargney to the left, same personnel here. Odell, the tight end, will be tight right. Right slot for Reynolds. Patterson, the other receiver. Dyer, the back here for the quarterback Wilkinson. 2nd and 8 from the 41 between the hashes. Moving left to right, 6:27 left. And they about had a broken play. Luckily, the quarterback on the keeper is brought down by Kane Kessler for a gain of 1 at about the 42, maybe the 43. So Wilkinson will get a gain of about 1.5. Oh, they're going to give him a full 2. 6:09 left. Clock continues to run. It'll be 3rd and mid. About 3rd and 6 here for the K-Hawks, leading 28-16.
This clock will wind down to around 5 minutes, 40 seconds. Have to get a stop.
Out of the gun for the quarterback Wilkinson. Same personnel, but Reynolds moves to the left slot. It'll be a handoff for Dyer. The Rams will arm tackle, and it'll help. It helps them get clutch a jersey and bring down the runner. For a gain of about 2, it'll bring up 4th down. You wonder if they might call a timeout here to save a few seconds.
They're definitely going to at least try to draw Mount Vernon off sides.
Absolutely, on 4th and 3.
And then they'll probably call timeout and talk about it. Maybe punt.
Collinsville calls the timeout. They have nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
No, Mount Vernon called
okay.
timeout.
Did he not point the other way first?
Yes, he did.
It's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Oh, boy. Is this one not quite a nail biter, but it's close as we get deeper into the fourth quarter. SSM Health, personalized care to the local communities close to home. That's Good Samaritan Hospital here in Mount Vernon. As we have 4th and 3 for the Collinsville K-Hawks. The ball is on their own 46. Collinsville leads at 28-16 here late in the fourth quarter.
I expect Collinsville to bring the offense out, try to draw Mount Vernon off sides, which has happened several times. And
it's worked time and time again tonight.
They'll either take a delay of game and punt. I don't think they'll go for it. 47-14, Nashville over AJ final. And Mount Vernon's been without Jay-Sean Staples the last 3 quarters of the game and not expected to return, obviously. And that's all we got. And that's, needless to say, a huge part of the offense.
Yeah, definitely missed. Fourth and short here. Rams cannot fall for the hard count, especially coming out of the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. It's 4th and 3 from the 46 here for the K-Hawks. They'll stick Patterson in motion. On 4th and 3. And now Collinsville will go ahead and just burn the timeout. Give a lot of credit to the Rams for not falling for it there. Well, this timeout presented by SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home in the King City as the K-Hawks burn a timeout here.
I suspect they will punt. Mount Vernon will have to move quickly, down 2 scores. And Nolan Mast looks to be the main man on offense right now. Boy, Oklahoma State must be bad. Bad.
Bad loss tonight.
They're down, losing to Tulsa by 10 late, 4th quarter. Big game tomorrow, Illinois at Indiana. One of the bigger games.
Yeah, Illini in the top
10. First
10.
time both of them have been ranked. I thought I saw since like the 50s. Playing each other.
And now on 4th down, and that's going to be a big tackle in the backfield. Wrapped up on the run attempt, I believe, by Dyer. And that is going to be a massive tackle by number 77, J.T. Van Allen, for a loss. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, 5:03 to play.
I cannot believe Collinsville went for it. Happy they did. Wow, Mount Vernon, new life. They'll start at the Collinsville 40. Marion 49-24. And we're still in the 3rd quarter over in Belleville.
Eek.
Think that'll get chippy in the 4th quarter?
I guarantee it. At Gene Martz Field. All right, 1st and 10 for the Rams, trailing 28-16. 5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Single back set out of the gun on the gun tee. Back to pass. C.J. Hughes-Disrow looking downfield. Nolan Mast again. They connect. He's inside the 10. Brought down inside the 5 at about the, nope, they're going to say right at the 5-yard line. 37-yard pass. Disrow to Mast. Unofficially 37 yards. It'll be 1st and goal for Mount Vernon. You love to see it.
Mast up to 129 yards receiving.
We have a K-Hawk looking for air.
Mount Vernon has life.
No kidding.
Some curious decisions made by the K-Hawks.
So that'll bring up 1st and goal.
Mast, I got him 7 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown.
And maybe...
Push it over to about the 30-yard line with only one guy back. Right to it.
Onside track covered by Westwood. It's got a bounce. First and 10, Kahoks. 7-yard line. Yeah, it's 40 out there.
And so now, out of the gun here, 3:23 left, 2nd and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. Quick handoff to Stewart again, runs off tackle, gets close to a first down. Did they stop him in time? As it looks like he might have gotten about 8.5, 9 on the play. Timeout, Mount Vernon, presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital.
Let's see where they spot this football. It's going to be short, about a yard. Mount Vernon with one timeout left. Boy, a first down here for Collinsville will really shorten this game.
It'll be 3rd and about a long 1.5 here for the Kahoks. 3:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. This timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. As the Rams have one timeout remaining after all of this. SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City.
Yeah, I'd say you're going to see more Lazarion Stewart right here. He's 10 carries, 48 yards. He's starting to chew up a little bit of yardage in the fourth quarter. Or they might run that play to the left with Wilkinson.
We'll see. It's worked before. 3rd and 2 here, 3:09 remaining, 28-23. Collinsville on top. Crucial defensive play coming for the Mount Vernon Rams. They need to make a stop. And it's going to be Stewart on the handoff, going to the left, trying to stretch the field. And Crowder gives it his all, but I think he may have enough for a first down. It's right there at the line to gain, and judging by where the middle official is standing, it would appear to be enough, but
I haven't seen a signal.
I haven't either. Yep, first down with 3:02 left, and that's a big run there by Stewart. Got just enough for the first down. So ball on the 43-yard line in Mount Vernon territory. 3 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 for the Kahoks. Rams have just one timeout remaining. Single back set out of the gun. All receivers right. All three. Tight left. Wilkinson going to work that clock. 7 on the play clock. 2:43 on the game clock. Here's the handoff. It's Stewart up the middle. They'll sniff him out, and that's going to be no gain. Clock at 2:32. 2nd and 10 now for the Kahoks. They're up 5, 28-23. How big's that missed field goal earlier?
There was still 5 or 6 seconds on the play clock when Collinsville snapped it.
Yes.
It just kind of boggles my mind. But
the Rams left 5 points on the field on a missed field goal and a 2-point conversion. Can't really hold the 49-yard field goal miss against them, though.
And a touchdown called back.
Yes, all
early.
Of that.
I mean, there's a lot of.
2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 43. We drop below the 2-minute mark for the Kahoks. Out of the gun. Single back. Trying to stretch with Stewart. He'll go to the right side, and he will run and run some more. Inside the 20. 15-10. Touchdown saving tackle tripped up at about the 10-yard line. I believe that was Jackson Simmons, and that will be first and goal inside the 10 on a gain of 33.
That will just about do it, unfortunately. Another Mount Vernon Ram limps off. That's Exodus Thomas.
And he was trying to make something happen there, and did, running it for about 30-something yards, and it'll be first and goal from the 9 for Collinsville, as this will be, again, the same number drawn up for number 25, Stewart. I don't think he runs for a gain, but a loss this time. It'll be second and goal from about the 11.
Mount Vernon will take their final timeout. But Collinsville will be able to basically run the clock out.
With a minute 17, remaining. Here in the fourth, 28-23. Collinsville on top, second and goal from the 11-yard line when we come out of the timeout, taken by the Rams, presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Ooh, boy.
Before the season, Coach Mings talked about he liked the athletic group he had, but he said we're thin on the roster. Injuries would be a big problem, and unfortunately they've reared their ugly head as their main playmakers are out. And no Staples the last 3 quarters.
No Staples the last 3 quarters. No Rudolph since week 1. Worried that we may have lost C.J. Hughes Disrow for a while. Luckily, he was back into the game.
But you can tell he's taking a beating tonight.
Yes. Second and goal from the 11. A minute 17 left. Come out of the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. Wilkinson out of the gun. Single back, 2 right, 1 left. And that's that quarterback keeper again running to the left side, and he will get some gainage as he'll get inside the 10, back to about the 8 for a gain of about 3. Jackson Simmons, who stopped a touchdown run a moment ago, now on third and goal. 27 on the game clock, or on the play clock, 55 on the game clock. So Collinsville can really bleed this clock and effectively call it a day.
And this is a game Mount Vernon really, really had to have if they wanted the path to 5 wins. It's not looking good.
Nope. So I'm guessing the knee on that one, and that'll do it. Collinsville Kahoks are going to win it tonight. Final score, Collinsville 28, Rams 23. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Coming up on the next Goddard's Gold, we have Colors of the Rainbow songs by Booker T and the MGs, O.C. Smith, Bobby Benton, Donovan, Sam the Sham, the Beatles, The Circle, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Lemon Pipers, the Marcells, Paul Marriott, the Rolling Stones. Colors of the Rainbow, next Gold. Saturday nights at 7 here on AM 940 and 96.5 FM, WMIX.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Biltmore Buildings post-game show starts now.
Back in Mount Vernon here from Kinnon Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. Final score, Collinsville Kahoks 28, the Mount Vernon Rams 23. Post-game show presented by Biltmore Buildings. There we go. Big builds, small towns. Biltmore Buildings makes it happen. Call 618-732-8704 and get started today. Chris, you go with Hank Evans alongside. We'll get to the scoring and stats in a moment, but Rams just ran out of time. Finally got some passing plays to convert in the fourth quarter, and Nolan Mast maybe not. I don't know if he'll be the Mount Vernon Clovers player of the game or not, but some big grabs by the receiver tonight.
Effort's not the problem. It's just with all these injuries, Mount Vernon's a little undermanned right now, and they just cannot afford to make the mistakes, the penalties, the encroachment penalties, falling for the hard count, giving Collinsville a first down, and then the fumble. I mean, they're just not able to overcome those mistakes right now.
They really are. And, of course, we owe you the Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County post-game stats. We'll take a break, come back, get you those, as well as the Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update and your Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game on your Biltmore Buildings post-game show. It is Collinsville 28, Rams 23 final score. This is Mount Vernon football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Ready to build something amazing? Look no further than Biltmore Buildings, Inc. As a proud, locally owned company with over 6,000 successful projects, we're here to serve our community with dedication and integrity. From agricultural structures to automotive shops, workshops, and homes, our skilled team is committed to turning your ideas into a reality. With competitive pricing and a family-supported approach, we put you first. Let's build your future together. Call Biltmore Buildings, Inc. at 618-732-8704.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a lost bee that found my way into your car. And now that I'm in here, good luck getting me out.
I think it's gone. Wait, no, it's in my hair.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, well, this could be quite a sticky situation. So get Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
Back on your Biltmore Buildings post-game show for your Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County scoring and stats. Your scoring summary tonight in the first quarter with about 4.9 seconds left. Thought we might have a scoreless first. The quarterback, Jace Wilkinson, on a fake, ran 71 yards for the touchdown. Reynolds made the kick to make it 7-0. Rams would even it up on a Carmaine Hopkins 23-yard touchdown run with about 9:36 left in the second. Truman Carnine nailed the kick to tie it at 7. Then about 8 minutes and 20 seconds later or so, 52.7 seconds left in the first half, Loyal Patterson caught a 25-yard touchdown pass. Reynolds nailed that kick, 14-7. Then to open up the third quarter, the Rams stalled on their opening drive, and then Patterson caught a 26-yard touchdown catch. Matt Reynolds made that kick, 21-7. Near the end of the third, with about minute 16 left, Truman Carnine made a 47-yard field goal to cut it to 21-10. We open the fourth quarter with about 10:10 left, and Loyal Patterson catches another 25-yard pass for a score. Matt Reynolds made that kick. That made it 28-10. Then with 8:33 left in the fourth, Nolan Mast hauled in a 29-yard reception for a touchdown. Rams had a high snap on the 2PC that failed, 28-16. And then the Rams with about 3:57 left. Casman Hughes Disrow Jr., 16-yard touchdown run. Carnine made the kick to make it 25-23, or 28-23. The Rams, worth noting, that 2-point conversion, 28-25. Missed a 49-yard field goal, 28-28. Just points left on the field tonight for the Rams as we take a look at the stats.
All right, first for Collinsville as they improved to 2-2 on the season. They had 191 yards rushing, 222 through the air, 413 yards of total offense. It was Jace Wilkinson, 8 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Dyer had 7 carries for 9 yards. Number 25, Lazarion Stewart, 14 carries for 83 yards. It was Loyal Patterson with 2 carries, 8 yards. We'll talk about him more later. And it was Amari Harper, 3 carries for 4 yards. Through the air, Wilkinson had a big game, 15 for 24, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 232 yards passing. Receivers, Matt Reynolds, he had a big game, 5 catches, 84 yards. Christian Bargney had 1 catch, 18 yards. Stewart, a catch for 6 yards. Logan Odell, a catch for 5 yards. And the big play guy was Loyal Patterson, 6 catches, 109 yards. The last 3 being for touchdowns. For the Mount Vernon Rams, it was 85 yards on the ground, and they were hampered with the loss of Staples. 155 yards through the air, 240 yards of offense. Carrying the football, it was Staples early, 4 carries, 26 yards. Carmaine Hopkins couldn't really get going, 9 carries, 23 yards. C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr. ran for his life most of the night, 11 carries, 28 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Exodus Thomas had 2 carries for 8 yards. Wyatt Evans converted a fake punt. He was 1 pass attempt completed for 19 yards. And C.J. Hughes Disrow Jr., who hung in there all night, I'm telling you, he got hit and hit hard. 8 for 19, 138 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, it was Nazarian Nesbitt, a catch for 12 yards. Reimer had a couple catches for 21 yards, and the big play.
1977. Elvis Aaron Presley was one of the most popular American singers of the 20th century. A cultural icon, the king of rock and roll. A performer everyone should see. Now come see the man Elvis Presley Enterprises named the Ultimate Elvis. It's Sean Clush. Coming to the Marion Civic Center, Sean Clush. And a very special guest, Moses Snow, portraying the young Elvis. You'll see all of Elvis's career in one night. This Saturday at the Marion Civic Center. For tickets, call 618-997-4030 or go to marioncccc.com. It's Sean Clush and Moses Snow in the ultimate tribute to the king.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today?
It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese.
Hey, Mount Vernon. Let us serve you a handcrafted Wisconsin favorite. Every juicy butter burger with fresh, never frozen beef, scoop of creamy, fresh frozen custard, and real Wisconsin cheese curd is made with love and served with a smile. Welcome to Delicious.
It's our pleasure.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game is next.
Welcome back to your Biltmore Buildings postgame show as the Mount Vernon Rams fall to Collinsville here in their home opener 28-23. With Hank Evans, I'm Chris Hugo. Of course, Biltmore Buildings builds it better from the ground up. Who's our Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game, first and foremost?